When we met, it was like fireworks.
How y'all met and where you guys met?
All right, we met at a night. Well, it was like a lounge. It was this very small lounge
In Boston?
in Providence,
Providence.
Rhode Island. Yeah.
Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Okay.
And yep, he was working there. But he was like more in charge of like collecting the money, you know, counting what's left for inventory, stuff like that.
Okay.
So he wasn't like a
She
DJ.
likes the money man.
Well,
Sometimes
hello.
you gotta put your standards up, everyone.
You got to be able to. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I like a man that's at least, you know, well put together, can
Yeah.
independent.
Making some bread, yeah.
So we met and it was okay. So I'm sitting next to my friends in a VIP, and he would not stop staring at me all night. But it was that type of stare where it's like, like because you know you're outside, you know you can see it. You know when people are attracted to you around you, especially at a club. Like you know who's looking at you, who's not.
Yeah.
But you also know when it doesn't even like matter. Like, but with him, it's like we are like I don't know, our souls like.
Cool. You liked her. I mean, you liked him. That's why when he stared at you,
Yes.
it was not a problem. You didn't think he was a creep.
No, I didn't. No,
Because
no.
you were attractive.
Yes, I
him.
was very
Yeah.
much attracted to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walked up to the side of me, and he didn't say anything. And we were all smoking, and he passed me a blunt that he was smoking. And it's like from there on, we didn't even share any words. I just said thank you, whatever. I stood there. I still was having a good time with my friends. And when we were leaving, my friend goes, because she knew the whole time he was staring at me, and we were like, you know, talking within each other. And I said to her, do you think he's cute? She goes, yeah, he's cute. I think you should go get his number or something. I'm like, no way. That's not like me. I will never ask somebody for their number. So we're leaving. We walk right by him, and she's like, get her Instagram or something like that. And yeah. And he was like, yeah. So he followed me out. He gave me his phone, and we exchanged information. And for 5 months straight after that, we were together every day. Every day. And it was crazy because he loves fishing and he loves to do a whole bunch of adventurous things that I love to do. And it's hard to find somebody with the same hobbies as you, you know, because
We were both the same sign, so
yeah, we were both the same sign, yes. Which
had a lot of things in common.
and he even knew it. He was like, we are one and the same. And I'm like, yes, we are, but there's also certain things about Scorpio men that are very like different than women.
Well, that's with every sign. The woman is very different from the man.
He has certain tendencies that I didn't have.
Yeah.
So I was basically living like a dream come true, right? As though I felt.
All right, 1 second before I continue. The day you guys met at the bar, right, at lounge, how long did it take you guys to go on the first date or make it official?
Okay, make it official.
Oh, after that date, right? When was the next day you guys met? Was it after a week, a month?
It was the next day.
The next day?
The next day.
Shit.
When I tell you we were together every day, we were together every day.
Okay, the next day you guys met, was it like a day or just like?
No, I was actually out watching the boxing match, the fight.
Okay.
And this was September 31st, I think, or something like that. I was out watching the fight at another lounge, and he was like, hey, I'm out of work. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm up the street. And so we hung out afterwards. And then from there, yeah.
All right, continue.
So, yeah, so we went on many adventures. We did everything together. We ate. That was our thing, eating food together. So I want to say.
The mic.
I said hands the ass. Your butt was bigger last year, right? Was it last year?
Yeah, September, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hence the ass.
Yeah, hands the ass.
Screaming. I'm done.
He was eating out a lot, that's why. He was happy weight.
I was happy then. Yes,
Yeah.
I was very happy, yeah. And then, I don't know, a week later, we went out for dinner, and it was great. It was like, it was just amazing. And then I realized that he was being secretive with his phone in a sense where, for me, it's a red flag if we're together and I hear your phone like buzzing, but I don't see any notifications on your screen. So I used to say to him, like, hey, like after like 2 or 3 months, I said to him, like, you know, something that's kind of been bothering me. I feel like I've noticed it more recently. Like, I don't see any notifications on your phone and you're receiving text messages because you know the buzz. You can hear the buzz. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I like my privacy. I'm like, I like my privacy too, but I don't understand why it's a problem to be open about who messages you on your phone. Yep. Like, that's a little skeptical. So he thought he was slick, and he went on his notifications, and he enabled, like, YouTube. He enabled, like, a few other apps that were not social. So I knew something was up. So I noticed little things like him. You know, energy doesn't lie. That's one thing. Like, you could be in a relationship with somebody, and you could just be having the best day. But the moment you're sitting together and, like, they're on their phone and you all of a sudden get a sense of, like, like, that person, you feel like that person's doing something wrong.
Like something is off, yeah.
Yeah, like something's just weird.
Women are good at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like sensing. Yeah.
It's where we're very intuitive.
Yes. And I warned him, like, that same week we met. I'm like, listen, I'm not the one to just be lying to, none of that, because I just ended a relationship where I figured out he was, you know, not doing the right thing either. So, you know, this time around, I wanted to count for something. And he was like, yes, like all about me, didn't want to be without me, all this stuff. So then when I noticed his phone and stuff, and I was like, hey, do you mind? You know, because you see who texts me, you know, I'm not out here doing anything. I don't have conversations with nobody that's inappropriate, et cetera, et cetera. So one night we went out to eat dinner, and I noticed that a couple people were FaceTiming him. So I said, who's that? Like, when a female FaceTimes a man, I feel like that means a little something more. Am I wrong? Or what do you think?
It depends, though. That might be someone from his family.
It
family
could be.
Member.
Right, but if it's not, what's it more likely to be? You know, like, what is your...
Maybe it might be a friend that they've been friends for a long time. They're very, very deep into each
but
other.
I would never see these phone calls in the past. So, like, things started popping up. So he was lying about it. So one night we went out to dinner. We came home. We actually made ramen with all the seafood that we bought. So, like, we, like, made it. We put garlic. And that's another thing. He's a chef.
Okay.
So I love that about him. I was like, this is the one for me. You know, he can fend for himself. He can cook. I can cook too. We can cook together in the kitchen. I love that. That's, like, part of my love language, spending time with that person. So everything was great. And then we laid down, and then he fell asleep with his phone in his hands. So I took the opportunity, and I went into the phone and I looked.
Wait, so the phone didn't have any password? No.
I had no password. He left it. He was watching, like, some type of a game or something, and it was unlocked.
I see.
But I'll tell you how I unlocked it afterwards. So I go on his phone, whatever, and I am, like, completely outraged. And she met him.
I did meet him.
He helped me do a whole bunch, like, with her and
her.
The
best friend has to meet.
He loved her. He was like, oh, and she loved him. Like, I'm like, I used to tell her, I'm like, he is it. I thought he was it, but whatever. Long story short.
Well, I kind of pointed out the red flags.
A little bit. But I was still giving him the benefit of the doubt because I liked him so much. She was still giving him the benefit of the doubt, yeah.
Wait, I'll come back to you.
Okay.
What was the red flags that you pointed at?
She was already telling me about the FaceTiming and the secret messages. So I was like, okay, pay attention to those red flags because he's very young. How old is he? 20?
He's 4 years younger than me.
So he was young. He was a good-looking man. I didn't feel like he was completely ready to settle down. I think what he saw in front of him was an opportunity because she is a very strong, independent woman. And that's an opportunity for a man to come in and feel comfortable and make himself comfortable, but not make himself settled with her. He's going to be exploring his options as he's comfortable with the woman who's going to hold him down.
Okay.
So
that's basically it. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the phone. He was sleeping.
He was sleeping. Yes, he was sleeping. So I said, you know what? Give me this phone. So I grabbed the phone, and I was, like, completely outraged. I was more disappointed than anything. I felt so disappointed more than anything in that moment. Not even, I was sad, but more disappointment. And I found out he was, like, on, like, these dating apps.
Okay.
he was having some conversations with some females, but nothing serious I saw.
Okay.
But then I went through his camera roll, and I realized that he had been hanging out with a couple of girls. I don't know who they are, but I realized that he was hanging out with a couple of girls when I saw the pictures, and so I was upset.
Yeah.
So I went on his Instagram story, and I posted a picture of our initials and our names that he wrote on his hand one day, because I was like, you know what, screw this. Like, all these girls can know, like, I've, you know, just to piss him off, I guess, or to piss whoever is watching off. Yeah. And so I posted on his Instagram and his Facebook, and in that moment, the phone locked. And I was like, fuck.
Wait, how did the phone lock?
It timed out.
Were you still using it?
I was using it, yes, but I also was like on my phone. Like,
oh, okay. So you put it down.
I put it down, okay. Yeah, and I was on my phone.
Gotcha.
And the phone locked, and I was like, oh, man.
So the phone locked after you post?
After I posted, yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't done searching. I think I still had to go through, like, Instagram or something.
Okay.
And he was sleeping next to me, and I said, okay, so I don't know his passcode, but he's got the face recognition. So I'm like, hey, I'm waking him up. He gets up, and he's like, what? And like, so let's say he's on this side, and I'm on his right side. So I was like, hey. And he's like, what? And like, when he opened his eyes and unlocked the phone.
You toxic.
But I was not playing.
You should be a cybersecurity person. I'm cybersecurity. You should join my team.
She knows.
This is my spy. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go, Natalie.
This right here is my spy when I've ever needed to find some stuff out.
I am the
or
one.
Or we needed to stalk on some people. Or we needed to unhack my Instagram.
Unhack her Instagram, forget it.
This is the person I run to.
So is that what you guys do daily? Is that your side job?
No.
Well, we don't stalk people like in a creepy way. That's
no.
We're just doing some research to see what's up, like what's going on.
We're seeing these people.
We're trying to connect the dots. That's what we're trying to do.
Connect the dots. And it's happened in some occasions. It's not a thing that happens all the time. But we'll get into my story in a little bit.
Well, my story is absolutely absurd. It's crazy.
These girls are toxic, but
no,
I am very, but it's like I'm the type of girl where it's like
it's a regular girl thing to do.
I'm just like the type of girl, like, don't put me in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, because then at that point, like, you just opened up a door, and now I'm just gonna want to know for sure. If you're not telling me the truth, I'm gonna want to dig, and I'm not the one.
All right, so let's go back to that story.
Okay, yeah. So
you woke me up. You woke him up.
Yes.
He unlocked the phone without knowing that he was doing that.
Yes.
And what happened next?
He didn't even realize he did it.
What happened next is I took a few phone numbers off his phone. Like I
deleted them or blocked them.
I deleted a couple people off his social media.
Women.
Yes. Just because I felt like doing it. Not that it mattered, because if I knew if you wanted to add them again, you could just do that. But I did it just to do it. And then I took a few numbers that I saw that he was texting, because I wanted to look up the numbers and see who these females were.
Okay.
And I went on his Snapchat, and that's where I saw like the most horrendous shit ever, because
oh shit.
Yes, he was telling these girls, "Oh, you're so beautiful." And I'm looking, I even took pictures of the girls. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like if anything, if you're going to be with somebody else, like please be with somebody that's just like way better than me in some type of way." Like,
so they were not beautiful?
No.
They were not beautiful.
To you or to him?
Well, clearly to me, but
it was to you, because to him.
Well, one girl had this filter, and she had like the blue eyes, and he was like, beautiful eyes, and I'm like, those are not her eyes. I don't know. It was just like it was just like corny conversations I was seeing.
But guess what? Let me stop you for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Sometimes, guys, we say those things because you just want to smash the girl. You know she's not that good like that. You just say this thing to make them feel comfortable. Just smash. Maybe you didn't even think she's that beautiful.
I thought that too. And I also saw that he was sending videos.
Videos of what?
Of himself.
Naked?
Yes. To other people. Yes. It was horrendous. And they were sending videos back. So that was when I was like, this is crazy.
People still do that thing?
I guess so.
Dick pic.
Bro, I would never do that shit. I'm sorry.
No.
Same here. I don't do that shit either.
I think that's very weird for a man.
I don't
to
even
do
ask
that.
for a woman to do this thing to me. I want to see in real life.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to tell him. I was trying to tell him, like, you have a problem. Because the next day, so anyways, I went home at 3 a.m. that morning. But I sent myself some stuff.
So that was over his house or your house?
His house.
Okay.
Yep. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I left his phone there. At that point, he probably, when he would open his phone, he would know that the last application wasn't what he was looking at. So I made it obvious that I was obviously looking.
Yeah.
So I went home 3 a.m. He calling me at 5 a.m.
So you left his house at 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. and I went home.
Why? Because you were mad?
Because I didn't want to be near him.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's so crazy because I liked him so much that I don't know, I was willing to look past all of that if he were to change. I was willing because I liked him so much. Okay. I was like, this isn't, he's a great, great person, but all of his tendencies ruined it.
Okay.
So 5 a.m, he's calling me. I can't sleep, of course. Calling me. I'm not answering because now I want him to sweat. I want him to be like shit and bricks, which he did. He had diarrhea for like 5 days because he was like all like fucked up about me finding out about everything and how he didn't want to lose me on top of that. But he's calling me. So the next morning I go over his house and we're talking about everything. And he's like still kind of like downplaying it all. Like, that's not a big deal. It's like, I don't understand I'm with you every day. Like, why? Like, I don't understand what the big problem is, essentially.
True, though.
It's true, but it's at the same, because he even said to me one day, he's like, I can work hard. I can pay all the bills. I can be there for you. I can support you and all this stuff. But he's like, sometimes I'm unfaithful. And I'm like, but why are you telling me this now? After everything that we just been through, like everything we go through every single day to day, I help him so much. I'm like, why are you telling me this now? Basically because I caught him, he was now coming clean, talking about how he really is on the inside. And then I found out he subscribed to an OnlyFans.
Oh no, that's a little too much.
Do you know who he was watching on OnlyFans?
No, I don't.
Was he watching or was he?
Well, this.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, did he have an OnlyFans account?
I mean, if you subscribe, that means
you have an OnlyFans
watch
account.
Something.
Oh, so you
just don't subscribe without watching, though.
Yep. So I went.
So you subscribe to OnlyFans and you can watch.
But you have to subscribe to somebody, though, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, the thing I never had.
How does OnlyFans work, though? How does it work? I don't know.
I don't know about. Let's just be logical. If you subscribe to something,
he's watching it. Yeah,
that means you have to watch at least.
No, but how is the subscription?
Something.
Like subscription, is it to one person or to, like, you just subscribe to the?
Well, another
OnlyFans
thing is I wonder if when you go subscribe, I wonder if it's like, do you want to be a person who shows videos or do you want to be a person who watches videos? True. I wonder if that's an option.
I really don't know how OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I never.
But
I just see all the memes online.
So how do girls make money then if you're subscribing to OnlyFans as a whole? Maybe you subscribe to one person, right?
Well, he subscribed to a couple of people that I saw. So
see?
he's basically they have an account and they post content and then you pay, certain amount monthly, whatever their charges are.
He did too much, man.
Like whatever the person's charges.
Yes, because there's people that can charge $10 a month and there's people that can charge $100 a month. It all depends on what
these guys are making money.
Oh yeah.
Well then.
So I went to his house one day and I took a shower. I know, it's crazy. I was taking a shower and I went over to his phone and I tapped the screen just to see the time.
So that was after that night you left.
After that night.
You came back again.
Yes.
You went back again.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I know, but it's funny. That's why I said earlier, I feel like this is so embarrassing. Like the story is going to get crazier. What I did, it was
I
just.
want the juice.
You'll never know. But people, I told my best friend because I'm like, because I know I'm not a crazy person. I genuinely mean well, and I'm very passionate about how I feel. So when I'm trying to prove a point, I'm gonna make sure that I prove that point to the furthest extent, so that you know exactly what I'm trying to prove. So yeah, I went back to his house and I tapped on the screen, but also because I wanted to see if I saw any notifications. So I saw the 2 Gmail emails, and it said, oh, okay, you subscribe to so-and-so, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I went over to him and I said, I don't make you happy because that's how I perceive that. Like if you're a man and you're in a relationship and you have to go search elsewhere online for nudes or whatever, you know, what have you, I can't believe or feel that I'm satisfying you the way you feel like you need to be satisfied if you have to go out there.
That's from a woman perspective.
Correct.
Do you still think like that now?
Does he think like that?
No, do you still think like that?
I mean, sometimes I feel like, yeah, like, I mean, I think, you know, if you want to go online and see videos like that, it's okay in moderation. When you find yourself addicted to certain things like that, it gets in the way of your relationship, the way you make that person feel, because it takes away from the other person's sexual needs. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Because then you're not in the mood, but then the other person's in the mood, but you've already been taken care of.
Did he satisfy you though?
I mean, sometimes.
Not always.
Not always, but that's because I knew that he was looking for things, and that's why I was more suspicious. Like, he's definitely finding something. Because I've never had a problem with men my whole life. Never, I have to say. Anytime I've been in a relationship or someone I like, you know, especially sexually, like, I can't say I've ever had any complaints in that sense.
So you're a freak?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, so you're a freak. Okay.
In a good way, though. We mean, there's nothing but love.
Freak is a freak.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's levels to it, though. When you're just a freak.
So for 1 to 10, where are you?
If I like you, a 10.
Maybe 11, right?
11.
Okay. Get back to the story.
But yeah, so in 2 weeks, it got really bad. Because one day he said to me, hey, do you mind, like, bringing me to my appointment in the morning? Because he had a car, but something happened to it. So
wait, after the OnlyFans, finding out that he has
Yep.
subscribed on OnlyFans.
Yep, I told him I don't make him happy, and he goes, of course you make me happy. You make me very happy. And I'm like, I'm confused. So I left, and that later on that day.
You came back?
I came back.
Okay.
And
okay. Gotcha.
I came back, yeah. It's just so hard sometimes in the moment.
You were in love, pretty much.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing things.
The dick was that good?
I wasn't seeing with clarity.
It was all around. He was making it seem like he was going to be there to be a stepdaddy to her kids.
He wanted to meet my kids. He met I was with somebody for 4 years before that, and he never met my children. He never met my
4 years?
4 years.
Damn, you were that good. You didn't even show him to your...
I never showed him to my children because I was so scared. And then here I am, like, completely, like,
head over
heels over this guy.
Did he meet your kids?
He did meet my children. He did.
How far in?
I think like a month or two, maybe.
Shit, that fast. That
See, when a girl likes you, man.
Bro, when a girl likes you, bro, they like you.
Yes. When they like you, they like you.
And let me tell you, he did nothing but come up off me. In every way, shape, or form. In every way. He didn't have his like apartment put together, and when I met him, like, I knew people that were selling mattresses on a low deal for his room, and I was like, that's my family, like, they'll give you a good discount. They gave him a good discount.
Bro, when women like you, bro,
I even fronted the money for
homeless, they'll still fuck you.
They'll still fuck with you. It don't matter.
I even fronted the money for it because I had it in the moment. So he was like, I'll give it back to you, whatever. So he did. He did give it back to me, but it's the point. I still did you that favor. You know what I mean? And I feel like that should count for something. So at least I thought it did. So I even helped him pick out his new bedroom set, everything. What didn't we do together?
All right, let's go back to the story. So he called you after you came back that night.
I came back that night.
Yeah.
Yep. I told him, like, I don't know what to think anymore, and he's like, he's lost for words. He never has anything much to say besides, it's not that serious. He's not seeing it from my point of view, but I think it's also because his immaturity level. That's when I started realizing how immature he truly is on the inside. If you can't step out, look things from the outside in and just see someone's perspective and try to understand why. I mean, I was his partner, so it was strange how he wasn't seeing why I was all upset. I was like, would you like, but he also was like, I don't want you to be with other men, but it was okay for him to be with other women. That's another thing that I just couldn't wrap my head around, because that's not the type of love I'm looking for. You know what I mean? If I wanted to be in an open relationship, I would have just said, hey, you do you, I do me. But then also STDs are involved and all this other stuff. So I was, it's not something that I want to risk.
Yeah.
So he asked me one day, hey, a few days after this, when we met up again, and he says, can you take me to my appointment in the morning? I'm like, sure. He fucked up because I was with him that night at 8:30, and he says to me, hey, I don't want to be alone. Hang out with me. And I'm like, okay, but I have to get home because my kids, such and such, I'm going to be here early in the morning. So I hung out with him till like 8:30, 8:45, I went home. He texted me around 1:30 in the morning, and I read the message at 5 a.m. And the message said, hey, I don't feel well. My stomach's been bothering me. I took some medication. Don't call me before 7:30. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't call you before 7:30 unless when I was doing him the favor to take him to work.
Before 4:30 p.m.
7:30 a.m. Yes. So
So when did he text you again?
Texted me at 1:30 in the morning. I saw the message at 5 in the morning. And he said, don't call me before 7:30 a.m. because I'm trying to sleep in. So I said to myself, first of all, I know you're not working. I don't call you before 7:30 in the morning unless I know I have to bring him to work.
Yeah, he fucked up.
He fucked up. So I said, nah. I got up out my bed. I was like, he's got a bitch in the house right now. Got in my car. He lives up the street.
You toxic.
Well, he fucked up. I got in the car.
Shit.
Pulled up to his house. And this was...
It's like a movie.
Then there's a couple of other occasions where I pulled up to his house too, but I didn't see nothing. So I pulled up to his house, and I saw a car in the back.
That wasn't his.
That was not his, no. Okay. Not one of his friends, and I know the people that live there, so I was like, I never seen that car here.
Shit.
So I parked my car right behind it. Lock that person right in. Mm-hmm. Go up to the car. I took one look in there. I saw a pair of heels. This is a girl's car.
Shit. You took Uber back home. That'd be the best thing. You park your car there, you left, you went back home for Uber.
I know they would have towed my car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
So I said I have one or two options right now. So he had two phones.
Yeah.
And one of his phones was connected to my car. Okay. To my Bluetooth.
Okay.
So I'm in my car. I'm like, I'm going to call him. I'm calling him. And on my screen, incoming call, home. Like.
So your name was saved as home.
Home.
Smart dude.
Out of nowhere, because it was not like that previously. So I hung up because obviously he's not getting the call upstairs because I'm getting the call in my car. So like I said, I have two options. I can either go through the side door or I can go through the fire escape.
Shit.
Well, the side door was locked. So I was like,
God.
Well, I didn't even check it.
Thank God.
I didn't even check it because I knew it was. But I said to myself, I said, you know what? This is going to be like my final bang. Like, this is what he's going to really know.
Someone's going to jail.
So I've been up that fire escape already once before because he had forgot his keys one day. And it was just easy for me to climb up there.
He was big?
He was no. It was just easier for me. He's actually 6 feet tall, and
so why is he making you climb the fire escape? He should have climbed it.
He wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I had to get inside.
I see.
And he forgot his keys. He didn't have him in my car. He didn't give them to me, so I went up through the fire escape. But that day I was like, I'm going up that fire escape. I'm going up there. He left his window wide open. So I go in the fire escape, and I look through the window, and I see them both.
Fucking.
No.
I think it would have been worse. If
it would have been worse. It was so funny because she was like all wrapped up in a blanket, and he was wrapped up in his own blanket.
Oh,
but it was
they
like
were comfortable.
Yeah, so he was like in the corner of the bed, like almost falling off. Like she had like 3/4 of the bed. I didn't see anything suspicious, like clothes everywhere. Like he tells me that he didn't with her, but I don't believe it. He's there with her. That's, it doesn't matter.
You didn't see anything suspicious. The fact that another woman is on the bed.
Yeah.
That's already suspicious.
That's with already, the blanket, bro.
With the blanket.
In other words, like I didn't see her like titties out.
It doesn't matter.
Dick out. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it's like it would have been more traumatizing. In other words.
Wow, when a woman likes you, bro.
I know I'm telling you my point of view.
Just the heels and the doors. The worst.
Jesus.
So I saw them and I took a picture of them. I was like, snap. I get right in the window. And I stumbled over a couple of his shoes. And he woke up. And he kept looking at me like this.
So wait, you went inside the room?
I went inside the house, yeah.
And the girl was inside the house as well?
Yeah, she was sleeping. Quote unquote sleeping.
After sex?
Yeah, probably.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Of course. He is such a liar. Trust me, I know. Because I even said to him, I was like, I don't care if you sit here up and down and tell me nothing happened. It doesn't matter if nothing really did happen. It doesn't matter because you were still there with somebody. Like, but regardless, sleeping. So regardless, and I had just been there. Like I was just there. It's crazy. So then he's opening his eyes and he can't stop blinking. And I'm looking at him and all I said to him was, "Do you see? Do you see what you're doing?" And he got up off that bed. He looked like a ghost. And he's a little brown. He's not white. He looked like a ghost. He was like, "Come on, let's go talk out here." I'm like, "No."
So when you guys were talking, was it like in the same room as the girl? Or
yes,
was
same room.
But the girl was still sleeping?
She was, yes. But I found out later on that she was fake sleeping.
Smart girl. She's smart.
Oh, yeah, she's smart. She did not want to have... I had no words for her. Because at the end of the day...
It's not her fault.
I mean, I thought about it. I'm like,
she wanted some deep, so...
It's not her fault. Yeah. The guy approached and then she went to think...
She most likely didn't know what was going on.
She didn't attack her. She attacked the nigga.
I mean, right. I mean, I'm not like that. That's one thing. I'm not a violent person.
Thank God. Especially
if I'm not putting if over my kids, I would be. But I said to him, I said, "Hey, like, this is what you're doing. Look what you're doing. He was telling me up and down before that. He's not seeing anybody else, all this stuff." So we walk out of the room because I thought about it. I'm like, I could have gone in there and like snatched the blankets off them and made a whole like ruckus. And then for what though? Because I'm looking at her like she's stupid. Because I've been with him every day for 5 months now. And to me, like, I'm like, who is she?
Maybe she's not. Maybe she knew the deal. She was wanting to be the sidekick.
Yeah, or maybe she knew the deal. Yeah. Either A, she knew the deal, or two, she was going to look at me like I'm stupid. You know, like I don't know what he's been telling her. I don't know what they think.
Yeah.
So
maybe she is the main chick. You never know, man.
Yeah, definitely.
She traveled. She just came back.
You know, but see, that's how heartbreaking this situation is because... You could be with someone every single day and not have a clue. And not know
nothing.
And not have a clue. I mean, I got hit like, he literally left me out in the rain, in a tornado, in a hurricane, all at once. Because I had a different perspective and different perception of what was happening in our relationship. Like, I thought it was not what it ended up being.
All right, so let's continue. So you guys were talking in the same room as the girls.
Yes.
The girl was sleeping.
Yes, she was
sleeping. So what happened?
So we walked out of the room and he's like, I could call the police on you, all this stuff. I was like, call the police on me. Go ahead. He's like, you broke and entered in my home.
You did.
I did. I was like, I absolutely did.
Yep.
I did. 100% I did. But I did for a valid reason.
No.
For a valid reason.
You don't own the guy.
No, I don't own the guy, but a valid reason for me. Because I wanted him to know. Like, he was not going to pull a fast one on me. You know, I wasn't going to leave there fighting or screaming at anybody.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to know.
Shit.
Like, look, this is who you're fucking with.
Yeah.
This is who you're dealing with right now.
Oh my God.
So we had a whole conversation. He left. He followed me outside. Mm-hmm. And he sat in my car for 2 hours while she was sitting upstairs the whole time. And he's like, I want you to help me be different. Help me through this. I don't want to be this way. And I'm just like confused, and I'm looking at him like, what do you mean you don't want to be this way? You are this way. Look what you're doing. Like, you tell me you want to be with me and you want to live the rest of your life with me and all this stuff, and you can picture your life with me, but then you're here doing all these things. Mm-hmm. You're addicted to things on your phone you shouldn't be addicted to. It's getting in the way of our relationship. Like, I'm not understanding. We're not seeing eye to eye. Yeah. So after that, I think he pretty much knew it was over. But he would constantly contact me.
So when that happened, was it like how many months in you guys were?
5 months.
5 months in.
Exactly, okay. 5 months.
Okay.
Yep, and then...
So after that day... You left the girl. You didn't say nothing to the girl.
Nothing to the girl.
You didn't cause any scenes, nothing.
Never, no. I just
left.
So
after y'all talk, you just left?
I just left, yep.
How long was the talk? Like an
hour?
For
like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, because I didn't leave. I got there at 5, well, maybe 2.5 hours, because I got there at like 5:30. when I was in his window, it was 5:30. I saw the clock, and I didn't leave there till like 8:10, 8 something like that. And she knew the whole time. She was upstairs sitting there like a what do you call that? Like a duck sitting there, just.
She probably was awake, listening to everything.
Everything. She knew everything, and he said to me when he went back up there, because she called somebody to come pick her up because she was scared. Because her perspective, like this girl just came through the window.
Wait, was the girl Latino too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In her perspective, which I understand.
Latina.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah,
she was Latina too, and from her perspective, a whole girl just came through your window.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? She was probably like, because he told me that she said to him, do you just have girls coming through your window like that? Like that's fucking weird. And he told me, he said to her, no.
Trap house.
He was like, no, I actually have something with her. That's why she was that angry and upset and came in here like that. And she said to him, either her or me. And he told her to go. That's what he said. But I don't believe him. Because he lies about everything.
Wait, he didn't say.
He probably said leave right now.
He didn't pick anyone. He just said just go.
Right.
He's smart dude, bro. He's a
motherfucker. That's what he is. He's a motherfucker. Let me tell you, that's a perfect situation.
He's a lawyer, bro.
Nobody. He didn't pick anybody. He just said,
yeah, he didn't pick anybody. He said just go.
But that's what I mean.
Just get out of here.
That's what I mean when I tell you that he says nothing. Because that's a whole lot of nothing. He said something, but it meant a whole lot of nothing.
It meant a whole lot of nothing.
Because he should have said to her, no, I take her, go. But he didn't say that, according to him.
Oh, my goodness.
He had my chain on. Okay. I even had to ask him for my chain back because he wasn't trying to give me back my chain, taking pictures and stuff. And
5 months? You were that deep?
Wow.
Man, listen.
Shit, I didn't meet a girl like that.
Man, I had his food ready every day. On top of my schedule, how crazy my schedule is, I had his food made every day. Like, he was not missing nothing. Nothing. But the second I felt, and then, then what really did it?
What am I doing wrong here?
What really did it was that
we can give you advice. We can give you advice.
For the wrong ones,
We're going for the wrong ones.
What really did it was he unfollowed me on my social media.
He did that day?
No, this was like 2 weeks later, maybe after that. 2 or 3 weeks later after that day.
So wait, after that night,
yes.
Well, you left in the morning. After that, did you guys meet again?
Yes, we met quite a few times but casual.
Did you guys have had sex? Did
Never.
You guys have sex after that day?
No.
No sex.
Never again. Nope, cuz I don't know who he's been with, and I don't feel comfortable.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? Spit it out.
Is she lying?
No. No, I don't know if she's lying. No. I don't think she is.
Oh, shit.
No. I don't think she is. No. I'm laughing because it's just like, it's just funny. It's just, it's just a funny situation that all this happened to her.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
This is why I want to share it, but he was like...
smelling something. Okay.
Embarrassing is okay.
It's
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's funny. Like...
So you guys met a few times?
Yes, we met a few times just talking. And he was like, this is where it was like crazy. Because he was like, can we just be friends?
You asked that?
Yes. He was like, can we just be cool? Can we just be friends? I'm like, and I looked at him. I said, why do I want to be your friend?
Friend with benefit, though.
He doesn't even want that. He's like,
so he didn't want to have sex with you anymore?
No. Nope.
Wasn't that good?
Not on my end.
Okay.
He didn't. I feel like he didn't want to because he knew at that point that he was...
You already fucked up.
He
almost, it was, I felt like it was almost like a pride thing. Like, I fucked up his ego when I caught him with that girl.
But let's be honest.
I think he needed her. That's what I think. And he needed her because she had what he didn't have. A car. He couldn't get to his appointments. He couldn't get to work. And he knew this girl was going to hold him down.
I think there's more into that.
Yeah. I mean...
Those are superficial. There's
but a lot of men will do that. A lot of men will use the girl's car over and over and over again, or her apartment, or whatever it is. Like, it's weird, but they'll do it.
Was he trying to get back to you?
No.
Nothing?
No, a couple of times I even asked him for a kiss and he wouldn't.
So you pretty much were you were willing to get back to him, right? You were open for it.
I gave him a chance. I said, hey, if you promise to cut this shit out and not do this, it's only been 5 months.
So if you wanted friends to benefit, you would have gone for that too.
I would have, because
Shit.
But maybe.
I'm in the wrong business, man.
Maybe because I liked him that much. I really I'm screaming.
We're in the wrong business, man. No, you guys are in the right business because you're getting game right now.
Shit, we don't need games. We need actions.
I mean, I did everything that I could possibly do for him.
Like what?
Like everything. Like what didn't I do for him? I fed him.
So, quick question though. Why do you guys go for those type of guys though? I'm still lost.
You know what? But that's the problem.
It's like no car, nothing.
We get bamboozled.
He bamboozled the fuck out of me.
We get bamboozled. We don't know.
I'm pretty sure you had some decent guys, but you just didn't pick them. I'm pretty sure you had.
You see the way she smoked? That means yes, bro.
That means a lot, though. Smoke some more. I think you need it.
It's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. It has to be.
It is.
It
Facts.
has to be, man. Because it's like, I liked him so much, but I'm
pretty sure you'll be okay to share him with other guys, other women too. If you made it like
no, not willingly.
You're saying that now?
Not willingly, no. I mean, the thing is, I saw past his flaws.
Yeah,
I saw the potential that I know that he has.
Potential.
Like potential, like
what's that potential?
In other words, potential.
Nigga had no car. What potential?
I mean, no, he didn't.
He's gonna get the potential slow.
He didn't have a car because he got himself into a situation with it. But I knew that once.
Don't give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I knew that once he was able to get good, he was gonna succeed. I knew that because he had ambition and he had motivation and he was trying. Like he was never a lazy person. He woke up every day.
Doesn't pay the bills.
I know. Which I saw a video one day that said that something along the words of like, you can't just wait or spend time on somebody or hope for things to get better because you see their potential. That's not giving you anything in that moment. And when I realized that, I definitely realized that with him, and I cut it off and I said, hey, no more, if you don't want to be with me, then I can't be friends with you.
Hey, I'm glad that you realized that in only 5 months.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Because
that sounds
it took me 12 years.
Oh shit, you got something too?
To realize that.
We need to get back to you too. 12 years?
12 years.
5? But that 5 months sounds like 10 years to me.
It's crazy. He even knows this. He's like, I can't believe this. So after I cut him off, he kept calling me.
Okay.
Calling me for favors.
Favors only.
Yes, favors only.
Jesus, even worse.
Yes. So
That's what I'm saying. He was using her.
I would say to him,
I would never call a girl for a favor.
He needed her. He needed her. Nobody else was doing the things that she was doing.
But he was ambitious, right?
He was super ambitious. Super ambitious to call her for a
sarcasm.
Oh, what type of favors though? Let's elaborate.
Okay, so he wanted me to help him because he was like, I'm going to start a small business. I'm going to buy some stuff, get all these things and sell it. I know.
Bullshit,
I mean, when I say ambitious, I meant like he had a vision. He told me that how he foresaw his future. He told me.
Everybody does.
I know.
Anybody can say that.
I know, but it's hard to find a guy that can say to you, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want for myself in the future. This is where I want to be when I'm 40. Like we had
a guy over here from Rhode Island too that said he wants to manage 10 girls. I said, that's his ambition.
Yeah, that guy.
But I mean,
everybody has a future. Everybody has a mission.
I mean, a business woman. He wanted to have his own business. Like he had goals.
Okay.
And that's what I was like. Okay, at least he had goals, and he wanted to be. I know he wanted to be his best version of himself, but he was also his worst enemy.
Yeah.
So I know throughout this process, I also helped him self-reflect. So when he was calling me for that favor, he was like, "Can you help me? Spread the word that I'm selling these things to your friends?" And I said to him, but you have more girlfriends than I do. And he was so upset.
Smart. That was a smart answer.
Yeah, because I'm like, why do you want me to ask all my girlfriends?
one.
I was like, you have many girlfriends, more girlfriends than me. And he was like, oh, we'll talk later. Oh, and then he hung up the phone on me. I was like, okay, goodbye. He calls me again.
Different day or same day?
Different day.
Okay.
He was like, hey, do you think you can give me a ride to work if I give you gas money? And I was like, I'm tired. I didn't want to wake up in the morning to have to bring him there.
Yep.
How old was the guy again?
He was 4 years younger than me. So if I'm 30.
So 26.
He's young. He's
Yeah.
still young.
But he had like the way he came across was like he had his maturity level was up there. But when I really got to know him, I realized that it really wasn't.
No.
You know, I saw him for who he truly was. So even recently, he wanted to smoke with me, but he didn't have any weed. He wanted me to come by with it.
Yeah, you okay? You were open to go to smoke with him too?
No. I wanted to. My heart wanted to.
That's what I said.
Of course, I wanted to be there with him. I'm
still like the guy.
I'm
pretty
so
much.
asphyxiated on all the good times we had.
She fell in love with him.
You
I
see
think.
into the guy. If it comes correct, you might get him back. Pretty much. That's what I see it.
If
You're not over him 100%.
If he changes.
That's what I'm saying. If he
But
comes
the thing
correct.
Or not even changes, he just fixes 20% of the problem.
No. If he makes some, I think if he makes some good lies again,
Yes.
just lie a little better.
Lie a little
'Cause-
better so I
yeah.
don't catch him.
Yeah, you're not over him yet.
That's what I'm saying. If he fixes 20%,
I guess,
let's say if he gets a
I'm not
car.
over the idea of what he was. Because
The
my niece,
potential.
Wait.
my niece
What's the
said
difference?
The potential.
I guess the person that I
You
thought
like
he was.
create some bullshit words over the idea that he was.
Yeah, because the
It
idea.
is an idea.
He
It's
is
an
an
idea.
idea,
It's
yes.
our expectations of a man that we need to not have. Don't have any expectations.
Right.
Don't think about their potential. Don't think about the expectations of what you think this man could be.
Right, because
He's
that
gonna
doesn't
change
get
for
me anywhere.
No, he's not. He's not. It's where our imagination it runs wild.
We are more realistic.
Yes,
They're
you guys are more
they
logical.
imagine,
Women are
I
more.
see that.
Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. I hate
That's when you
being
start a
woman.
church, it's mostly women.
Yeah, maybe I should lie better. I don't lie, you know.
Well, my niece said to me,
No.
because I'm really close with my niece, and I shared with her what happened, and she goes, Jaslyn, he did all the things that you don't want done in a relationship. He did them to you.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I'm like, I know, I'm an idiot. I allowed it to happen. Like, I saw a red flag, but I was so what's that word? Asphyxiated. Asphyxiated. Yeah. On the thought or the idea of the person I thought he was or the person that I thought he could be in my life. Does that make sense?
It's like he was waving a red flag in your face,
Yes.
but you didn't see
You
it.
didn't see
Right, right.
It was a vacation red flag.
Because we also had so much fun together. It was like something totally different than I've experienced. We were spontaneous. Everything was, at least our good times.
Yeah.
But he also gave me a whole bunch of bad times. So that, it made me come to realization that I don't believe that I could ever give him a second chance. And if I were to think of me, that's me thinking logically.
I don't believe that.
No, but I have to think logically. My heart wants to be like, you know what? See the good in him. See the good in somebody. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't do that again, or maybe they'll learn their lesson or respect you, but I don't believe that happens in, even after 2 or 3 months after this happening. I don't even believe that this is capable. He'd have to be maybe 35 or somewhere in a different point in his life where he's really ready to find someone that can offer him stability.
And that's if you're available at that time.
He even told me one day, he was like, you know what, Jaslyn, I'm scared. I'm scared to entregarte, like to give myself to you. I'm scared to open up, to really let you in. He's like, you're the first person that's ever showed me stability, all this stuff. Like, I've never been in a situation like this. Like,
Bullshit.
and I'm like, who the fuck is gonna say all of that?
It's bullshit, bro.
It's bullshit, right?
It is.
I'm like, how is someone gonna say all these things about somebody that's so positive, right? He can sit there all day long and tell you all these positive things
He's
about
Dominican.
me, but then say, I'm not into you though.
You know what? He found your weak point.
Yes.
And he knows how to keep hitting that weak
He
point.
studied you
Yes.
very well.
Yeah, he really studied you for real.
He did. He bamboozled me. That's why I
Wait.
told you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. To me, it seems like you like the guy more than your baby daddies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Way
yeah,
more.
Your baby's
way more.
daddy, yeah.
Yeah, my kids.
I can sense it. Yeah. How long you been with your baby daddy?
I was with him for 8 years.
8 years. So somebody that owns 5 years, but okay. Women nature.
That 5 months is like 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
He really
Yeah.
had me like
That's
I
crazy.
couldn't believe it.
You felt more connected to him than your baby's daddy.
Yes,
Wow.
she did.
Yeah, I can clearly see it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it was definitely an eye opener.
Yeah.
Really was.
And you're not completely out yet, to be honest. If it comes correct, he can get you back.
Like I just said, if he fixes 20%,
Yeah.
20,
Of
just
all-
20.
You
just
see,
20.
She
Maybe even
saying it.
5.
just
She
20%,
even said
yeah.
even 5.
I'm just kidding. I'm going along with your sarcasm.
Okay.
No, but like
I
no, but like 20% though, you go back.
You go back.
No, because
I
then
think
that
20%.
then what? That 80% I have to deal with.
You'll be fine.
I lost weight.
So the weight loss is because of him?
Not just because of him. Other stresses in my life, but that was
Yeah.
one of I lost.
So his stress was at least 80%.
No, it wasn't just him. I have a whole other. I have my kids, my personal life, my family, and he was just definitely adding more
to
to that.
Wow.
My mental, it was everything. It was I have 3 different jobs. I do so much within my day, and I was trying to keep up with something that clearly wasn't taking me anywhere.
Lord.
I don't know, and I'm like, I've never been treated like that by any man.
But you might. So you never had a man of that type before? Never?
Never showed me infidelity. Like my kid's father, he wasn't all the nicest, but he never cheated on me. He never wasn't.
So you say he never cheated on you? You never found out? Which one?
Well,
I mean, her detective skills are pretty good, so I think she would have found out
So
if her baby
you're telling
daddy.
me 8 years he never smashed you? You were the only punani he was entering.
yeah.
Okay. According to you, though.
Because he was also scared to lose his family. Because he grew up in the same home with his father and his mother, in the same house. He was brought to that house as a newborn baby. And they've still owned the house. He grew up out of that house. His parents still live there. Like, he had a different upbringing.
Okay.
He wanted to be, he saw his example with his parents. They've been married like 40 years now. And I'm not sure if they step out, but according to him, or what he feels happens there, it's like he wants to be like that. He wants to be with someone and settle and be home with that person, with the kids. And I got that from, even when he wasn't happy, I don't think he stepped out.
So you made 2 kids. Why you left him? Or who left who?
I left him.
Why?
He just wasn't considerate of my feelings.
That's some bullshit reason, though. You're going to break your family because of your feelings?
Of course.
That's selfish.
Because if he's hurting my feelings, he's hurting my children.
How did he hurt your feelings?
Okay, by not taking into consideration that I was working, I was tired. If I backtrack for when I had my children, so I went through 9 months of pregnancy. My son was 1 month old when I got pregnant again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went, I was
Say 1 month?
1 month old, my son, yeah. And I got pregnant
The
again.
fuck?
Yeah.
I know. Clearly, I didn't plan my children. And he was just very inconsiderate. Like, that's where it started when they were little. So I stuck it out for many years, before I threw in the towel. But he'd come home. I'd be breastfeeding my son. Mm-hmm. I'd be tired because I slept 1 hour probably because my little one was still waking up for a bottle every night. Mm-hmm. And he'd be like, why didn't you do the dishes? Or why didn't you do that? Or why didn't you do this? And I'm like, I haven't taken a shower in 3 days. Like, literally.
Stinking
up the house, probably, You know how it is as a newborn mom.
I do.
I'm pumping milk. I'm like, I have not taken care of me.
Yep.
Where I'm looking for a man to be like, babe, give me the baby. Go take a shower. Do you want to go get your nails done? Do you want to just go sit for an hour somewhere? Give me $50 towards my toes. Like, let me just go sit down. I've been home all day. I haven't, look at me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. And he could never, ever do that for years and years and years. He could never just set aside how he was feeling and put me first. And I feel like that's where he messed up, because for a man, if you know your woman's happy or you do the little things, because it's the little things that matter with women.
Yeah.
It's the smallest things, like flowers or just
small
like,
lies.
No, not those.
Stop.
Those get you into trouble. But when you want a woman to really, like, be into you and keep that going,
all those little gestures count. Mm-hmm. All those little gestures count. You can tell her she's beautiful every single day. Tell her, you're beautiful. I love you. And she won't even know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You're beautiful. I love you. You got some flowers. You got a little wine. I made you some coffee, baby. Here you go. That woman wouldn't even think twice.
Nah, BS.
Of what you're doing.
You saying that, but once you get those type of men, probably you don't even like those type of guys.
No. I do like those type of guys.
They're too good for you.
No.
Have you had
like
one
those
before?
type of guys as long as they're masculine about it.
I see.
A nice little deep voice, a masculine energy. Here, baby.
You judging someone based on their voice?
Here's your coffee, mama. Mm-hmm. You okay?
Jesus.
Mommy, you look beautiful, okay? Mm-hmm. I just want to tell you that. That's very attractive to a woman.
Okay.
Not, look beautiful, sweetie. Here you go. Mm-hmm. Made you some coffee.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? There's a difference. Gotcha. There are feminine men out there, and there are masculine men who will portray different energies when they say things. Women love to hear a man with a good deep voice. Women love to hear a man, the way he says things, the way, especially romance. Like, it builds for a woman.
Just go with the Africans, man.
Yes. It builds.
They love light-skinned girls.
Yes. And listen, that is a reason why a lot of women love black men. Like, it's just, ooh, hold up. Something's different.
Black men
that
don't
Caribbean,
cheat. That's another
that
thing, too.
African.
I read that recently.
Yeah,
black men don't cheat.
We don't cheat, though.
I think it's bullshit.
I think that's bullshit. I mean, I think that's only bullshit because I dealt with a Cape Verdean, so I don't know. But I don't know. I think if I found myself a really decent black man, he would just love and adore me.
You keep manifesting. It's going to happen.
Yeah. But the thing is like, I also think, like, do I want another black man?
Oh, shit.
Or...
A white man.
No.
Asian?
Me, you know, a Latino. Yeah, like, I'm wondering now, maybe it'd be best if I settle down with a Latino because I can speak my language.
I think black men would be best.
Yeah.
Try it.
I love my black men.
I mean,
I love them.
Here's the thing.
I've never dated a black man.
Oh, yeah, I see Latinos are black though.
I see Latinos as black.
No, I do too. Yeah. I do too.
Wait, you say you never dated a black man?
But I just like being able to speak my language.
One.
Okay, so that counts. So,
but never been in a full relationship.
You should try. You would love it.
Yeah,
it was really nice. It was different.
They're very caring.
But why you guys don't pick them?
Is it because of the community?
No.
Judged?
No.
They're too dark?
No.
Because I've had people that.
No. I love everything about them. I think because I already experienced a couple black men, but this one, my baby daddy, who is Cape Verdean, is just really ruined it for me. And I feel like now maybe they're all the same.
They're not the same.
And you're right, because I never thought like that before. Mm-hmm. You are right. I never thought men are all the same. I don't think like that. I do not think like that. I love giving different men chances because I know all of them are so different in their own way. But my baby daddy really messed me up.
How? Talk about it, though.
I mean, that was 12 years of me thinking like,
so you have been together for 12 years?
We were together for 12 years. Well, shit. I was fixated on him for 12 years. Let's just say that. I thought this was the one.
You loved him a lot.
I loved him. I was in love with him. I was infatuated with him since the moment I saw him. I met him on social media. I was like, he's the one. That's the one I want to be with.
Tinder?
I don't even know. Nope, on Facebook.
Okay.
I was like, I don't even know who this man is, but he draws, he dances, he's funny, he's good looking. Oh my God, this is like
the whole package.
He was the whole package for me. He was dark skinned, he was black, beautiful lips. I was fixated on that.
They do have beautiful features. They do.
Yes, you know.
Babies comes good too.
Yeah. But
beautiful mixed with someone my skin color.
There was a lot of different things about him when I actually met him. He was actually a lot more nerdy, quiet, loved attention for himself. You know, very selfish in his own ways. But I didn't pay attention to any of those red flags. I didn't think this quietness is going to go away. You know, he was always different with other people than he was with me.
Wow.
He showed other people outside that he was just this wonderful person. But then when we were alone, it was like someone else.
Bad or good?
A lot more quiet.
Okay.
A lot more not wanting to speak about things, more just argue about them.
Okay.
And my feelings were never validated, or anything that I ever did for him was never enough. It was always just I needed to do more, or he wasn't ready.
When did
and he told me this from the beginning. He wasn't ready. And I'm not a chaser. So you tell me you're not ready, okay. Pack whatever little things I have in this home or in this place or whatever it was, and I'll leave. You know, like I'm quick to walk right out.
He was not ready for a relationship?
Yes, he was always telling me he was not ready for a relationship.
So when he said that from the jump?
He said that from the jump.
All right.
Yes.
So when did you notice those red flags?
Listen,
10
I was
years in?
infatuated. I was infatuated.
You overlooked those.
I did not care. There were so many red flags,
So
and
that's
I
your
did
fault.
not care. I did not care.
That's how it feels
I kept thinking, well, he keeps coming back to me, so he loves me. He keeps choosing me, so he wants to be with me.
Wait, when you say he keeps coming back to you, what does it mean? He will sing other women.
So
coming back
whenever
to you?
he would tell me he's not ready or he didn't want a relationship with me, I left. I would leave. I would give him his space. I would stop talking to him. This is over. You're not ready for a relationship. You don't want me as a girlfriend. So, bye.
So I'm a little confused. So he told you that from the jump he didn't want a relationship, but how do you guys even get to that point that like started spending all those time together?
Because he wanted to hang out with me.
So he wanted sex.
Is what I think.
Okay, he wanted more like friends with benefit, but you wanted a relationship.
I wanted a relationship.
For 12 years?
12 years.
He's winning. He won.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
So it was always like that. He was always telling me that he wasn't ready, and I was always leaving. And I was always on those journeys of me leaving. Every time that he decided he didn't want a relationship, I would always find myself a little bit more.
You moved away.
I moved. I built myself. I did different jobs. I learned about myself and just life. And I believe in God, so I draw closer to God every time I'm single. I would just build myself and I would mature myself because I was a little younger than he was. I was 18 when I met him.
Whoa.
He was 21.
Oh, come on. Same thing.
So I was a little younger than him, though. You know, you have a little bit of couple years over me in mentality. So, but I overlooked all the red flags. Basically, in 12 years, he would break up with me every year. And it was a pattern.
So y'all did that for 12 years. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready today. I'm not ready. I'm ready. 12 years.
For 12 years.
Jesus, Mary.
You liked him that much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that. Mm-hmm. It almost takes over your minds, and
I was set on him. It didn't matter when we broke up because I was like, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. I'm gonna stop talking to him for 2 weeks, a month, however long it took. And he's going to come back. I'm going to look down on my phone one day and I'm going to have a message from him. I'm going to have a call from him. I'm going to have something from him. Watch, because he's not going to find anybody like me because I've been giving him everything since day one.
Have you ever cheated during that 12 years?
Well, if we separated for a good amount of time, then I definitely found somebody else to be with. You know what I mean?
To satisfy her needs.
I satisfied my needs whenever we broke up. I don't think it was cheating. I think it was, we broke up, we weren't together.
Okay.
I needed to keep finding a way to get over him.
So you found somebody to...
So I would find somebody else to try. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, He would say I cheated once.
So you cheated once.
But this is the story on that.
Okay.
So.
Drop it.
In the beginning, it was always him breaking up with me. And I would let him break up with me. That's fine. Bye. Walk out my door. I would always be on my own. I would be at work. I would be wherever I am. And he would show up. So he would show up to my jobs. He would show up to wherever I'm at. Or he would text me. Or he would call me. I want you back. I miss you. I want to do this. You're the one for me. Blah, 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 blah. This is a continuous thing all the time. I would take him back. We would get into a relationship. Whenever he decided he didn't want a relationship anymore, he would end it. Same thing all the time. So.
Patterns don't change.
Patterns don't change.
Because you made him comfortable.
Very comfortable. Very comfortable. He knew he can get away with that. He knew I can walk in and out whenever I felt the need.
He knew their weak point.
Yeah.
Yes. So at some point we were living together, and
at what age though?
We were already a year into our relationship,
So
and
you
we
were
started
19.
living together. Yeah. We got an apartment together. That's when I met Jaslyn. She met us in our apartment together. And I started working at a nursing home. I was a CNA for a really long time. I started working at a nursing home, and there was this girl that I was really attracted to.
You like girls too?
I like girls.
Oh, you do both?
I'm attracted to women.
Amazing.
So, and he knew this. This is something he knew. He knew very much about this. I would come home, and I spoke to him about this very openly, that I was attracted to this girl and everything. I even spoke to him about making it a thing.
Like a threesome?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So.
Am I in the right America?
So he
I know, it's every guy's fantasy, right? Dream.
told me that he would. And I spoke to her, and I told her, as long as you know that you're not sitting here trying to steal my man, will you do this with us? And she said she would. And she said, she's like, I like women. I like you. Trust me, I'm not trying to get with your man. And I said, okay. So we set up a party at my house, at my apartment. And we were there. We were all drinking and having a good time.
Party of 3 people only?
No, more people. There was a lot of people from my job.
Okay, gotcha.
So a lot of people were there. And we were having a party, and we were drinking, and this was only like maybe 2 years into our relationship. He saw that she was very open about touching me, my leg, my hair, whatever it is, He was watching, he saw, and then I would show him like I'm kind of feeling her too, but I would try to involve him and talk to him, and he was drinking and drinking and drinking. And he was drinking a bit too much. So he said he had to throw up. And the party ended because everybody was like, oh, he's too drunk. So a lot of people left when he went to the bathroom to go throw up. And she didn't. She stayed for a little bit, and we waited. And I went to go check on him, and he was fine. And when I came out of the bathroom, she had left, came back, said that she forgot her purse, and she went in for a kiss in my living room.
So
in our living room, me and his living room.
So she was the one to throw up.
She went straight for it, straight for the kiss. I was kind of caught off.
She kissed you.
Yeah, she kissed me, and I was caught off guard. But this is the first time I was kissing her, and I like women. So
was it a kiss or making out?
She made out with me. It turned into that kiss turned into a make out session. Amazing. So he's in the bathroom, and he decided to sneak on us. So he was peeking through the bathroom as we were kissing, and he opened the door. And when I heard him open the door, I kind of we stopped, and I turned around, and I gave him that look like,
come join
what
us.
Is he about to do? Come join us. And instead of him joining us, he started a fight.
It was slow. Stupid!
Where's the buzz?
So she realized that he was not okay with this, and she ran out.
Wow.
She ran out. She grabbed her purse.
He chickened out.
She grabbed her purse and she left. And when I turned around, I looked at him and I said, "What happened?"
It's a lot of pussy fun.
That's awful.
And he basically just, how can
He
you
wasn't
do
ready to
this
handle
to
that.
me?
Stupid. Yeah, you should break up that nigga for real. For real. You did a good job. Man.
12 years? That was the day I break up. 2 years.
Yo.
Man.
So,
And y'all was laughing at me.
my story is about to go ham right now. And I'm giving y'all the short version.
I got time.
I'm giving y'all the
a whole night.
And I'm going to give you all of my accountabilities where I want to go with this. So then
Give us
you know.
details. Give us details.
So basically,
So,
he got upset.
Yeah.
This was one of our very big arguments, one of our first big arguments. So he gets upset and he starts saying, "How can you do this to me? You're cheating on me. You kissed her in our living room." And I said, "I kissed her in open. I thought you were going to come and join us like any other man in this opportunity would take advantage of this."
You know what I'll do? I'll just grab up.
You was too slow.
He said handful.
Yeah, both.
Grab both.
So I was looking at him just shocked because I'm used to men being open to that.
Right.
You know, like very open to that.
men
So you
like
done
that.
it before?
No.
They were just
This
open.
was me
Okay.
trying to make my dream come true. Because this is a dream of mine, and I still have not fulfilled this dream.
I'm
It's
open.
not just
to have
your
a girl
dream.
and a
It's like
guy.
to fulfill his dream too, but nigga was lost.
Hey, I'm open for that.
Yeah.
He got jealous. He got jealous.
He got jealous.
Some guys don't walk the walk.
Jesus.
So
They talk the
listen,
talk, but they don't actually walk the walk.
it was an argument for days, right?
Oh, my Lord.
Now I'm going to work. I work with this girl. I'm going to work, and I am horny every time I see her. Like, I'm just, fuck. You know, like I could have had this dream, and why? Why didn't he just go through with this?
You guys still work together?
Me and the girl had to work together.
You still work with him right now?
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to work. I'm seeing this girl. I kissed her every once in a while at work. And she was texting me.
Okay.
She was texting me like just sexy things, you know, like sexting. That's it. We never saw each other after work. We never really did anything.
Wow.
We were just kind of sexting. We were just trying to fulfill that dream. So one day I left my phone out. I didn't realize it was unlocked. She was texting me. I was in the bathroom and he had my phone.
Oh, boy.
He found my phone. He saw that we had a whole bunch of messages. So now to him, I cheated. Because I cheated with this girl.
Technically, it's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could not see that at the time. Because I never really had sexual relations with her. We didn't fully go on to anything else. It was sexting. It was everything else. But the reason why I couldn't see it bigger than what it was to me was because it wasn't a man. So to me, it was like, if this was a man,
It would have been really cheating.
this would have been really cheating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this would have been 10 times worse for me. But
Because men can't look past that.
I feel like it was a girl.
Well, the second you hook up with another man, the man is like, no, he can't look at it the same way. He can't look at you the same way. He doesn't feel the same way. It's like, you know, you're just not.
That's true.
I don't make the rules. I feel like this has been like that since the beginning.
No, that's true.
Since the beginning of time.
It's true. If it's a girl, yeah, it's different.
Since
Yeah,
this
you can cheat
nature.
with 100 girls. I'm fine with that. You know, I don't even bother.
But there's men who can go out and be with 10 women, and it's supposed to be, you know, not frowned upon or not looked upon as, you know, disgusting.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, because it's hard for men to get sex. It's easy for women to get sex.
Yeah.
So that's why.
so so if a woman is with 10 people or whatever, or even steps out one time, it's like, you know,
It's a big deal for us. Yeah.
a really big deal.
So that was actually me cheating in the relationship because it was a girl and I was texting and I was in a relationship with him.
So that was partially cheating, in my opinion.
So I think from there on, he got the idea that he can just do whatever he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then he actually started cheating.
Oh, he started cheating?
Yeah. Like in our relationship, he was not only cheating with friends of mine behind my back, he was cheating a lot.
Well, you gotta understand he was young too, though.
Yeah, and he was young. He was very young, and we were together for a really long time, and we broke up a lot. So, but a lot of the time it was him breaking up with me. It was him making the arguments, him breaking up with me so he can go do whatever he wanted to do. He was very into his bike life, very into, dancing and art and all these things that he wanted to fulfill in his life, which is very understandable.
Yeah.
So it takes freedom for somebody to do those things. And you need freedom in your life. Sometimes you don't need somebody to be tying you down in a relationship. So at some point in my life, I really wanted a relationship and children and a marriage and all that. And obviously those were things he wasn't ready for, which was okay. So in the midst of us breaking up and getting back together for 12 years, I kept finding myself and I started modeling. I started doing a lot of things for me. A lot of things for me to...
Photography.
Yeah, photography. A lot of things for me to start accepting myself and stop looking at my insecurities as a bad thing and start looking at my insecurities as a beautiful thing, and I'm a beautiful woman and I deserve better and my worth. I needed to work on me. And a lot of the things that I was doing, he did not understand. He did not agree with. But it was also like, I'm free. I'm single. Like, if you want us to be together and me stop modeling, then okay, I get that. But if I'm single,
you can do as
I can do as I please.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here looking for men's attention. That was literally like the last thing that I was thinking of. Was I getting men's attention? Of course I was.
Yes, yeah.
But I wasn't looking for the man's attention. I was looking for my attention. I was looking for my brain, my heart, my soul, me. He did not understand that. He did not believe that. To him, I was a hoe, probably, most likely, out here posting whatever I'm posting, doing whatever I'm doing. Completely understandable. But I knew in my heart that's not what I was doing. Because I really loved him. Yep. And I wanted to marry him. I didn't want anybody else. So even when I was dating, the whole time I'd be on a date or be talking to some other guy, I'm thinking about him. Damn. The whole time. So anyways.
Do you still think about him too?
It's different now. He's the father of my daughter. After about 10 years or 9 years, somewhere around that time, we finally decided to cut it quits.
After making the baby?
No.
Or before?
Before. We finally decided we're not going to do this anymore. It's been the same thing over and over and over and over again. And we broke up. I was living in New York at the time. Before that, I was living in Arizona. I moved around a lot and I traveled a lot to get away.
So, what age y'all broke up?
I was, if I'm 3 years, 31, 30, 20. I was like 28.
28. So, it was about 30. No, 31. It was 31. You were 28.
I was 28, yeah, because I'm 31 now.
28, yeah. Y'all broke up at 28.
Yeah.
Decided to call it quits.
Really call it quits.
All right.
I started taking other people more serious. I actually started falling, for other people, like really seeing myself be able to be attracted to other people and not feel like I'm comparing him anymore or wanting him anymore. And I'm pretty sure he did too, which he did. He, confessed that he had feelings for other women and all that.
Yeah.
And we broke up. And I started seeing somebody else.
You can cry if you want. That's fine.
No, it's not crying. It's laughing, actually, about the whole thing. We broke up. 2 weeks later, I hooked up with somebody.
Oh, nice.
And I meet this guy, and I'm thinking, wow, this is like amazing. Like, this is awesome. I really like this energy. Like, I can do this. I can move on. And I woke up the next day after being with that guy to find out that I was pregnant.
Whoa! Oh shit!
So I woke up.
How did you find out?
My chest, my breasts were
Got
hurting.
bigger? Oh, hurting?
Yeah, they were like really hurting when I woke up that morning.
So you woke up with the guy?
No. I woke up at home. I went home.
So no, that was after the night after you hook up the guy that you met after breaking up your long term boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know definitely.
So we broke up, and 2 weeks later, I ended up meeting this guy. We went on a date. We had a great time. We slept together. I went home, fell asleep, woke up, and found out that I was pregnant.
So you smashed the guy the same night you guys met?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Good job.
It was a good energy.
That was the white guy?
No, he was Puerto Rican.
Good job. Yeah, keep going.
We're adults.
Yeah.
I feel like when
That's why
we
I said
know,
good job. Yeah, when you know, you know.
we
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think it was
You're not
anything
stuck
bad.
on the old,
Yeah. That's there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying.
I have a really low body count, so I don't even really care.
Like 50?
What?
50?
50?
Is that too low?
50?
What, maybe 72? Or is that high or
Is
low?
that a low body count for you?
I can do 200.
I don't even think 20 is a low body count.
Okay. Anyways, continue. Keep going.
It's different for women. I don't know. I'm way lower than that. So anyways, I meet this guy. We really hit it off. We liked each other. And I had to kind of like stop talking to him because I found out that I was pregnant.
Did you tell him?
Yes. He was messaging me and calling me like crazy, like what is going on? Like
He wanted to continue to see you.
He wanted to continue to see me. He really, really liked me. We liked each other a lot. And he was like, "What is going on? What are like? What's in your head? Like you stopped talking to me."
Wow.
And I told him, "Well, basically, I found out I was pregnant the next day." This man liked me so much.
You guys are crazy.
He was like, "Listen, are you going to go do this with your ex?" And I said, "Yes, I'm going to do this with my ex. I'm going to go tell him and I'm going to do it." And he said, "Okay, if that man decides he doesn't want to be with you or do this with you, like, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but I will take care of you and your daughter." Like, he really liked me.
Stupid.
So,
Yeah, keep going.
so then I tell the baby daddy, we decide we're going to do this. We get together. I moved from New York back to Rhode Island. I moved into his place, and I'm pregnant. And we're having a baby, right? I had a feeling he was still hiding things. So I kept questioning him. Why is this message? Why is that message? I had a feeling about a girl who was in the house. Like, she was around all the time.
What do you mean a girl?
She was there. Like, there was 2 floors.
Okay.
His brother lived upstairs. He lived downstairs. So there was a girl who was around all the time.
Everyone doing what?
She was with his brother's girlfriend at the time.
So the girl was hanging out with the brother's girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
She was around. It was COVID. This all happened during COVID. So when I moved back, COVID happened, and we all kind of had to be sheltered.
Yeah.
When you left New York, yeah.
Yeah, when I left New York, COVID literally just happened. My job was like, COVID's happening, we're done. You know, we can't be open. So I moved back to Rhode Island, and this girl was around all the time. It was the girlfriend's friend, the brother's girlfriend's friend.
Yeah.
We would have game night and everything.
Yes, everything.
I would sit there, and I always had an eye on her. Like,
You were there too?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was there too. She'd text me or call me and say, "Hey, come over. We're gonna have a game night." And I was always very close to her and her family.
Yeah.
So we were there playing game night, and this girl was always around.
Yeah.
Like, it was strange. I remember. I think at one time I said something to you, like, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
Side
Like,
chick.
something about her face. I don't know.
Well, she had a tendency of like staring.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with her. Like, I was just weird.
So she made it very, very
Noticeable.
noticeable. She made it very noticeable. But her face always said, like, I'm sorry. Is what I kind of got the gist. Like, she would look at me and it was almost like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would question him because when COVID happened, he started getting this tendency of playing video games, which he had never really done before. He was always out. He was either out dancing or out doing art or out riding his bike. He was out a lot. It was odd to see him home, but we had to be home for COVID.
Yeah.
So he was home, but he was also just always on this video games. So they had, you know, something in common. They were playing the video game. He would play this video game with her all the time. I couldn't be around sitting in a room playing video games. Like, I was literally huge pregnant. Like, my body was hurting half the time. I needed to be resting. So I would leave, let them play video games.
So he played video games
upstairs with her all day, while I'd be downstairs kind of just full on belly hurting. My back is killing me. Like, and he's upstairs playing video games with this girl. So I questioned him, like, did you do something with her before I came? Like, you can just tell me.
Nope.
Like, just tell me. You know what I mean? Please, just tell me, because it's very suspicious. I can see that you obviously did something with her. Obviously, he's not going to tell me.
Well, we even had suspicion because in her house, they had a lot of wall art. And a lot of the things were like drawings that he would draw. And one of the pictures kind of looked like her.
Yeah.
She even came to me. She took the picture right off the wall. She was like, this is her. And I'm like, you know what? That does look like her. That's weird.
Yeah.
And she was like, I know something. I know something's up.
Yep.
So when she asked him, he gave her the runaround, essentially.
Yeah. He was kind of dumb like that, actually. He would be with these girls and draw pictures of them and then hang them on his wall. And I'd be coming over like, who's this new girl that you're sleeping with, clearly, because you sat there to draw her for hours and then hang her on your wall so I can come over here and see her. You know what I mean? Like,
that's his game.
Yeah. Anyways, I was already suspicious in the beginning of my pregnancy. I wasn't getting the honest truth. My daughter was born. I didn't have a lot of support from him as a father. I felt like he was going to be a very different type of dad. And I'm not sure what he was going through, but he was definitely going through a lot, which couldn't make him the best version of himself in our home as a dad at the time.
So yeah, you guys were still living in that same house?
We were still living in the same house.
And the girl was still coming? Was the girl still there?
She was around every once in a while. At some point, his brother ended up leaving that girl, and then none of them were around.
So was that after you gave birth to the baby?
Yeah, after I gave birth to the baby, then like at some point, none of those girls were around.
So, all right, continue.
So now we're all finally by ourselves, getting our family together. Everything was working out. Everything was fine. I got a job. I started working. I was helping provide for the home, myself, my daughter. You know, I did all the things a wife should be doing. I cooked, I cleaned, I provided, I did everything. Well, I had to for myself. I paid my own bills. He didn't pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like, I paid my bills. I paid for food. I paid for things for my daughter. He was working. Yeah.
How come you didn't pay even for the food? I couldn't even pay for the food.
I guess that was his way of, you know, trying to say,
paid
you
for
provide
rent.
for that.
You
can provide for that.
He paid the rent.
Okay.
You know,
That's
so he paid the rent, and he also paid another rent for his business. So he was doing things, you know what I mean?
So he was helping.
So he was helping in his way. I was helping in my way. I felt like we had something set, you know, in agreement, at least, because now we're not married or anything like that.
Yep.
But my daughter was getting older by the minute, and one day I'm sitting there next to him, and it was 10 o'clock at night, and I get a random text message by a number that I don't know who it is, and it said, "Your man has been sleeping with you and this girl at the same time. Ask him." And
which was the girl we suspected.
I think it was this girl that we suspected. We still don't know if it was the girl that we suspected.
Wait, so you telling me that girl that you guys suspected it, they never had anything? You guys never found out. You guys
we don't know who this person is.
No, but the girl that was in the house all the time during COVID, do you think they had sex or they were having sex at the same time you were pregnant or not?
So that person who texted me to tell me that he was sleeping with somebody was to tell me that he was sleeping with that girl.
Okay.
The girl from COVID.
Correct.
Gotcha.
But
you guys never. There's no evidence.
There's no evidence
until these days.
And she confronted. I hit her up.
You confronted her and she.
I confronted her and she told me, yes, me and him slept together before you came, like before you came to the house pregnant.
So how about after?
They did not say if it was after. They just said that it happened literally right before I came to the house.
Which is not realistic because if they're now hanging out together and she's pregnant in the house already, and they continue hanging out together,
that means they're having sex, yeah.
Most likely. Yeah. I don't know. All I know.
I know.
You know. So, basically, I still don't know who sent me this text message till this day. That's why I was saying this is my little detective, because me and her were doing everything possible to try to find out who this number was from, where it came from. But they texted me from an app. So till this day, I would never know who this.
Which app was it?
I don't know.
It was a Text Now.
Some text app.
Could be from Google.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Gotcha. It was a Text Now app because I did the research.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you should join my team.
Yeah.
You went to school for criminal justice?
I did for 2 years.
Can't tell.
Nice.
Yeah, she should be in.
My dream job was to be a detective.
Be a cybersecurity analyst.
You'll be a good one.
She would.
I could be. I'd have to be a police officer.
You'll
first,
be like,
and I don't want to be a police officer.
Angela from Ghost, from Power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Except I don't die though.
Yep.
Yeah. She looks like Angela. I'm just kidding.
She does a little bit, huh?
Character-wise, yeah.
That's funny.
All right.
But yeah, so I find this out. I show him the text message. What's this? And he's denying it.
Of course.
Denying it. Finally, he breaks and he says, yes, we did something. It happened before you came. Yada, yada, yada. That's where my insecurity started. A little bit before that, I put us in couples therapy because we needed to decide whether we were going to stay together or we weren't, because things were not working out for us.
Things weren't progressing.
Things were not progressing.
Right.
In our home, in our finances, with our daughter, parenting, a lot of things. It was not progressing. So I finally put us in therapy. We were in therapy for already a couple months, and I got that text message. So this was something that we spoke about in therapy. The therapist was trying to also get it out of him, like, do you know anything about this? And he continued to lie not only to me, but to the therapist. So the universe will not let you lie to me, as I am very much chosen, I feel. I'm like a little miracle baby, and God protects me. God protects me. So as we're in therapy, more and more things kept revealing themselves, and I didn't even have to look for them.
Wow.
It's just literally what happens.
It was one thing after another, though.
It was literally one thing after another, to come to find out that he stepped out even after my daughter was born. And he didn't tell me, and I didn't find out until almost 2 years later. I don't know how many times he's been stepping out in general.
A lot.
And he was hiding a lot of things from me. He was lying about a lot of things.
He had the best moment to be trying new girls under her umbrella, which was kind of like easy.
Yeah.
Instead, he chose to do it.
Yeah, like,
secretly.
dude.
Yeah.
That's the easiest path. I would rather choose that path.
Yeah.
Right.
Doing it with me.
Better.
And you know how many times...
I don't know why he didn't do it.
You know how many
like,
times
dude.
in those 12 years I kept bringing up, like, let's get a girlfriend?
Wow.
And to him, it was like, every time I would tell him, but I always mention like getting a girlfriend and like, why don't you take that serious? And he would say,
have to do the work.
You don't have to do the work, bro.
And he would say things like, oh, it just sounds like a test. I'm like, it's not a test. I would even tell him, like, if you ever, like, when you're pregnant and you have a baby, you can't have sex for a long time, right?
You should wait.
So I would tell him, I told him myself, I physically can't do nothing for you. And I know he was a pretty sexual person. Like, he watched porn a lot. So I was like, okay, if you can't be fulfilled by me, so if you ever needed or felt the need to do something with somebody else, all you have to do is come home and at least tell me.
So you were okay to find somebody for him to have sex
Yes. I would be okay.
I'm glad you left him. You're stupid.
I would be okay.
Where can I meet this woman?
If he stepped out. I'm not joking. I would be.
Well,
women,
that is how much you
women
loved
are
him.
like that. Like, women, if you tell a woman honestly, straight up, how it is, how it's going to be, she is going to have your back. Because
if she loves you, if she
loves you, she's going to have your back. Because to her, this man is honest. This man is telling me how it is. I trust him. That's literally what she's going to think. So I would always tell him, like, when I couldn't do anything, I would tell him, like, if you ever felt the need to step out, all you have to do is come home and tell me. And he would say, that just sounds like a test. It's not a test. I'm not testing you. I'm being completely honest.
Try it. If you fail, you fail.
But he didn't. He would step out and not tell me, and then I would find out through the universe. Either the girls would always tell me, they would come to me themselves, somebody else would come to me, I'd find out through this, I'd find out through that, I'd have to look through his phone and find out text messages, find out this, find out that. It was always me finding out another way instead of him just coming to me honestly. And it was always the same argument. Just come to me, just tell me these things. Like, you already know I like women. You already know that we could have this open relationship and do things on our terms, just like you said, under my umbrella. Why wouldn't you just take the opportunity to do that?
You still like women?
I still like women.
Good.
Very much. And my next person, I would love to experience that with them.
Do you like her?
Not like that.
Okay.
This is my best friend.
Yeah, that guy was just stupid, man. He was a biker, right? He likes to do stunts and stuff like that. He likes risk, I can tell.
He likes risk, but he didn't like that risk. You know what I mean? It's just like, what?
I guess 2 pussies is enough for him. It's too much for him.
2 separate ones.
He fumbled it back big time,
Bro,
though.
yeah.
Big time, though.
So
she's better than me in that situation because
way better.
I'm very open.
Way
That's
better
the
I wouldn't
thing.
share my man. I don't want to share my man.
I get that.
But see, a guy, I couldn't like if a guy was okay with me bringing another man in the room.
What the fuck?
He'd be like, "What the?"
No,
like he would be
it's
like, "What the
different.
fuck?" You know what I'm saying?
It's different with a girl.
Yeah, but I'm
different.
like if I'm having a threesome with my man, like she is not making him finish. I'm sorry.
That's fine. We can make an arrangement.
Yeah,
I
but
would have to
can.
make that clear.
The thing is,
that's
like,
easy.
I'm freaky.
Like, don't show her more attention than me. Like, I'm your main bitch.
I heard all the time.
I don't
women
know.
say the same thing.
I mean,
yeah.
Don't show him more attention than me. Yeah, we all
and
know
you
that. That's
can
the
just,
worst.
but you know what? It has to be that love that like you have my back at the end of the day too.
Yeah.
Like, we know we're doing this
Yes.
with each other.
Like me and you, we love each other. Like this is just
A bitch.
right. This is not something that you can just get into a habit of or think that you can have feelings for this person behind my back or stuff like that. Like once it starts to get like sneaky and now I'm not. See, but that's the risk you take though.
Never worry about that, man. Because if I know new ones are gonna come, bro,
I know.
I'm just chilling,
yeah.
dude. That's the easiest shit.
Especially if you treat the girl right, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bro, you living your best life.
I put my girl on vacation. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, dude.
I hear you.
Take care of her, buy her whatever she wanna do. She
Let's
wanna
go to
buy.
Aruba. Let's do shit.
Bro.
Yeah.
Be like, just bring me one bitch every week. We'll be good.
Every week?
Why not?
Every week?
Oh my goodness.
He's
that's a
pushing
bit
it,
much.
right?
He's pushing it.
He's pushing it.
He's pushing
He's
it.
pushing it.
Well, every month.
more
Every
like-
month. Every month.
Maybe every year.
Every year?
Every year we can explore something.
Oh, come on.
That's not enough, apparently.
I'll take that. bro.
You take that thing.
Wait.
Every year.
Well, I'll take that too, but the rule might change.
No, I get that. You want it. You obviously
At
want
least every month.
to explore
But the
more.
way, like she likes girls, so you never know. Maybe she want more every time.
Yeah, whenever
Maybe.
you,
It
whenever you bring some, just
But
It
why?
depends.
But why does the guy be like, oh well, she can't be with another man? Like, oh, it's just like completely horrifying.
we're different though.
Well, listen, men
Territorial. But
penetrate.
I'm
We
territorial.
penetrate, yeah.
Men penetrate, and it's different. Women do not penetrate.
No, we don't.
I don't. I think like a man.
Thank you.
I think like a man. Like I really do. Like I totally and you know what? It sucks because it's past trauma. It's past trauma for me. Like I wasn't always in the best situation and as a younger kid. I was definitely abused in a lot of ways, and men have messed me up mentally. But it didn't make me like this sad.
Oh, hate man.
Hate men, or I need to go find sex all the time, and now I'm gonna be this hoe on the street.
No,
That's not what it made me.
No, of course
it actually just made me like understand the man more and how they really think.
So what's it gonna take for a man to be happy at home with one person?
Whatever she's saying, listen to her.
You got the secret.
I have a really high sex drive. All right. Yeah. And you know what's funny is that if my ex heard me say that, he'd say, "No, she don't," but I do, and it's all mental for me.
Right.
If your foreplay already starts in the morning, and you texting me all day, that foreplay is going through text. That foreplay is coming from words. Women love to hear the man speak,
Yes, it turns you on,
especially
yes.
when he's speaking sexiness.
Only if they like you.
Only if they like you. You're right. You know what? You're right. You're right on that. You're right on that. But women love to hear men speak. Yeah. They're screaming at you. Leave me the fuck alone.
Easy.
You're right. I'm not gonna knock you on that. It's true. But right? If that foreplay is
guys are
starting
not
from
giving
the
me any
morning,
Especially you.
if that foreplay is starting from the morning, you know how wet you're gonna have her by the end of the night.
Right, hell yeah.
Talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm listening to you.
It's
Like that shit's yeah.
she's gonna be so ready for you by the end of the night.
Already.
That is just
you're
like
gonna want to do it.
you're gonna want to do it. You're gonna be like, oh, phew, Bobby, you've been talking to me all day. Like
You got me hot over
I'm
here.
hot already. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I can come home and be like, oh, I saw this girl and she was sexy. You know what's funny is that I would catch ass faster than he would. It's like we'd be out and like, oh, you saw that fat ass? It's like, what? Where?
He can't look
I
like that.
didn't
He's
see
with
them.
you.
I don't know. I think like a man. I don't. And it's funny. I have a lot of masculine, but I have a lot of feminine. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to be a mom. I know how to take care of you. I know all those things. I know how to be in my woman and in my feminine. My woman and it's a new one. In my feminine, but I'm also very masculine, and I think that's just because I was abused by men while I was in my younger years. But like I said, it didn't make me this miserable hating men person. It actually made me somebody who understands men and their point of view. And I was always a tomboy. I was always racing with the boys or chilling with the boys. I was very much like that. But it's different nowadays. A lot of men are more in their feminine.
No, they're not.
They are.
No,
They want to be treated like women.
The men you guys are picking, pretty much.
Well,
The men you guys are attracting.
so
Because based on what you say about you, it seems like you're very, very the type of woman that men would like to take seriously. But the fact that you're still single, though, either you
I've
have
been
issues.
single for a year.
Oh, you've been single for a year. Okay, so maybe
We broke up.
Okay.
I left him after I found out that he was cheating on me, after I found out that he had betrayed me, after I found out that he had been lying
Okay.
about many, many things. And
Once
it's not
again.
just cheating.
Once again.
There was many things behind that, and I'm not going to go into full detail on that because I respect him and his business. He is the father of my daughter. But
you just didn't pick the right man, pretty much.
I didn't pick the right one.
Yeah.
I
So it should not
respect
be
him
hard
as
for
the
you to find
father of
somebody.
my daughter, and I love that they have their little relationship now, because honestly, co-parenting has made us very different people. And he can be focused on being a dad with her, and I can be focused on being a mother. And he's already in another relationship. Like, he was already in another relationship 2 months after we broke up. He was ready to move on.
I mean, he was in a relationship before even you guys broke up.
Exactly.
You think so?
Yes. I'm pretty sure this girl that he's with right now, he been with her.
Yeah.
Because if he hadn't been, then it wouldn't have been so fast.
Yeah,
Like that.
exactly.
If you love somebody, it's not easy to move on that fast. Especially from
Exactly.
You can
It's
move on
taken me a
sexually,
year.
but for you to be in a full committed relationship,
Thank
after
you.
breaking up with somebody that you love,
Thank you.
nah, I don't
It's not
care.
Thank
that-
you.
Because
That's
guys,
happening.
guys sexually
Thank you
will
for
fuck
that.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But like to be with somebody, it takes
Like,
a
this
whole
is a
lot.
full-on
Yeah.
girlfriend. Like,
I'll be
she
more
is
conscious.
not. Yeah.
More cautious on who
To
you
Yes.
take somebody seriously. Yeah,
Yes.
I cannot move
So
that.
Thank
he was
you, and
probably
that's
seeing
how
that
I
person
am.
for so long. We're
I've been
talking, we're doing
cautious.
shit. Something
Yeah,
was
if you wanna
happening.
think
I'm
logically,
growing
yeah.
as a person. I'm being cautious about who I really want in my
Yeah,
life.
that's
I
also-
have my options. I'm not going to sit here and just run into a relationship willy-dilly 2 months after our whole 12 years of being with you. I had a whole daughter, and you think I'm going to go find a... No.
But he did.
So I've been dating. This is about dating, right? Mm-hmm. I've been dating.
Talk about it.
We've been dating.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yep.
It's different.
You don't have a
It is
button?
not what I'm used to. I will say that as a 31-year-old, I'm not used to men being in their feminine. I'm not used to men being wanting to wanting to be chased, wanting the woman to put. I'm not used to that. I'm used to making a move.
So you're saying the guy you're dating right now is in the feminine side too?
No. I actually stopped talking to him
Oh, I see.
because of multiple reasons.
Good.
I stopped talking to him, one, because I don't date to just mess around. I'm dating because I want to get to know this person and see where it goes. Me and him were dating for about 2 months. I was giving him his space. He was giving me his space. We talked whenever we could. We finally decided to go on a date. And he was a father. So he's a busy person. When we met...
How y'all met?
We met on a dating app,
Which one?
Hinge,
Okay.
and we met on a dating app, and we went out. I come to find out that he was a vegan. I am not a vegan.
Grass.
Your mic.
I'm not a vegan, but I'm still getting to know this person. If this is something
Some
that I would
water.
like to change about myself for him, then I'll become a vegan,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
Yes, because that's what you have to do. When you really love somebody, you change for them. You change for yourself.
No,
for
you
them.
continue eating meat, and then the person continues eating the vegan shit.
You can't do that with a vegan, though.
They
Why?
look at it
They
differently.
look at it differently. They don't want to see you eating that meat.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know that.
If you're
I
not,
love me
I'm not
some
a vegan,
oxtail. I love me
you
some
know,
everything.
so
Hell yeah.
he was a vegan. Our first date was at a vegan restaurant. And he was very aware of his feminine side. He was very open about it. He was very aware of it. He was also very into meditation and yoga. So that makes somebody very calm.
Red flag.
Their demeanor is very calm, very elegant, very soft-spoken, very in his feminine. And
I don't do yoga, but I think I'm calm. I don't know.
but you have a deep voice. You have a
Oh.
very manly way about yourself.
I see.
Okay. There's a difference between somebody who's calm in their feminine and someone who's calm in their
Yeah,
masculine.
that makes sense. Yeah.
True.
I see that.
Okay. And he was very aware of his feminine and his yoga energy, and he was open about it. And
Wait, so he voice.
He
The guy's voice wasn't that deep.
No. It was decent. It was decent, but it was still very soft.
You are going to wait. Women, you just are crazy. So you are going to disqualify someone because of his voice? Was
No. It's
It was more
demeanor.
feminine. Demeanor.
It's
Got you.
demeanor.
Got you.
The guy
You know
ate
what I
grass,
mean?
bro. Come on.
Got you.
What'd you expect?
It's demeanor.
All right, keep going.
So I really liked him on our first date,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept trying. I said, this is a really good, on paper, this person is a good pick.
Yeah.
He's a good option. He's a good candidate, right? Mm-hmm. Educated, smart. He's black. He's white. He has a kid. You both have like literally on paper, this person was an amazing pick. So I gave it a chance, and I kept seeing him, and I kept dating, and we had amazing dates, and we had great laughs. But I felt like he was one of my friends.
Oh, shit.
I felt like he was a friend of mine that I wasn't seeing the demeanor and the energy that I seek, that I want. It was a very different energy. It was a very calm and sweet.
You want somebody to be wild, huh?
I like a little
side.
crazy.
Yeah, because you kind of calm.
But I'm
you're a little crazy.
But I'm a little crazy.
You
know what I mean?
You get, yeah.
So a lot of the times I felt like maybe I'm too fast speaking for him. Maybe I'm too, he doesn't know me to my full extent. He only knows what he's seeing on these dates. And so far he's seeing a nice girl.
Yeah.
But I could be a little wild.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So
That's a plus.
I'm spicy. I'm definitely spicy. So now, and that's the thing. I don't know how he's going to react to spiciness. I don't know if he's going to accept that or if he's going to even want that.
Yeah.
So after giving him enough chances and being with him physically, I've come to the conclusion that maybe I wasn't able to move forward.
So you've been with him, like you guys had sex?
We were physical with each other.
Wasn't that good?
It was good, but like I said, it was soft. It was
vegan
kind.
stuff. It was
Wait.
vegan.
Was
It
it
was
moving
vegan,
like
not raw.
Was it moving like a grandpa?
How about a guy who has sex with you though and doesn't show any emotion?
I just don't get what do you mean the sex was soft?
It was just,
No choking, nothing?
it was soft.
Was the penis was soft?
No, he was,
I get it.
yeah, like it
I'm just trying to understand
it's
though,
just
what
very
you mean
simple.
by
It was
soft.
just very simple. It was
Gotcha.
very kind. It was very, it took for, yes. But guess, yes.
Oh, okay.
No, I like a
see.
guy that be like, get over here. Like,
Bend over.
yeah,
But
right now.
to make it even worse, it wasn't even can I. It wasn't even there wasn't no communication. It was almost like nothing was done unless I communicated that it could be done.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean by it was soft.
Yes.
Soft. I got you.
That's not-
slow.
It was
soft.
almost like
Maybe that works for some women though.
for some women it does.
Maybe it
but
works.
guess what?
But
It
not
don't
a lot.
work for me.
Not a
No,
lot. Most
no.
women won't take that though. Even
No,
the quiet
because
ones.
imagine, can you imagine? I mean, maybe a man is different for a man. Like if a girl initiates all the time, a guy I feel like that's part of that masculine energy that we're talking about. Like he should be
Yes.
showing interest,
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
showing me that
That's
you
facts.
want this. Like
And that's the thing. It wasn't shown right away. It was more like it took forever. You know what I mean? Like we're kissing for way too long. Why are we kissing for 30 minutes? What? What are we doing at this point? Are we actually going to make this happen? Like what's going on?
that's a turn off.
It's a turn
a big
off.
turn off.
It's a turn off. So basically, I had to call it quits and I had to really like speak to him about it. But my main reasoning was I know that at the end, if I kept seeing him, it was for marriage because that's really what he wanted. He really did want like a family. He wanted to get married. So if I was going to be his woman, that would be making the decision of becoming a vegan and taking in his son, taking in his family, taking in everything about him and making the decision of doing what he wanted, which is having a nice vegan family. And I could not do that.
And accepting the slow.
Yeah, it's slowly accepting him. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to snap one day.
Got you.
Or I'm just like, speak it out. Say what you have to say. And he's going to look at me and be like, whoa, where did this person come from?
Grab me, fold me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't want him to look at me like, oh, you've
not you.
never,
Yeah.
you've never spoken to me like this before. You've always been so nice. You've always been so accepting. You've always been so kind. That's the type of person I thought you were. No, I'm going to snap one day.
Right.
And I don't want to snap on him.
Yeah.
because he's so sweet. He deserves somebody who's gonna be sweet with him.
You don't like the sweet guys. Just kidding.
He's a
No,
king
you
though.
don't. That's
He
for
de-
real, for real. You're not kidding.
I like a sweet guy, but I also like him to be like,
Rough.
Yeah, I love that.
I like a little rugged. I like a little rough
Because
around the
I'm submissive,
edges.
but like, cause I like letting my man be in control.
Mm-hmm.
I like you to feel good. I want you to feel like I'm in control. I
Yeah.
got this. I love that.
Love that.
I love
A lot of
I
women
that
love
so
that.
much.
A lot of
I
women
think
love
most
that.
women, because that's how women are wired. So there's
Exactly.
nothing wrong with it. It's supposed to be like
People say that there is something wrong with that. I don't agree.
No,
that. I don't.
Because I like to be submissive.
a
Like, I
man
will-
a man who is in his full masculine energy will find that full feminine woman, and she will just melt
That's facts.
in his arms
100%. Yep.
because she just feels like, whoa, this man takes full control. I'm just, hey, this is my man. Whatever he says goes.
I love that.
Literally how it is.
Facts.
Because that's what we want. That is what we want. And it doesn't have to do with financial. It doesn't. Listen, this man could be making nothing. He could be broke. He could be carless.
But finances help though.
Finances, of course, help.
Eventually, it's gonna be an
But
issue.
how much you want to bet that there's a masculine man out there with all this masculine energy and he ain't got nothing, but he got all the bitches?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
bitches won't keep him for that long.
True.
No,
There's
no,
a-
that doesn't last.
Yeah,
last.
doesn't
It doesn't last.
Yeah,
No, and you're right about that. You're right about that. But women love men with masculine energy.
Right.
We
another
want
reason
you to
why I
take
couldn't-
control.
Which is another reason why I couldn't be with this last guy. Because he wanted me to do for him. That
There
was
you
his
go.
feminine side.
That's a good one.
He wanted me to do for him, and I'm used to men doing for me. Like, I feel like if a man wants to be with me, you need to do for me. Like, what are you doing for me? Like, are you paying for my nails? You doing little things? Like, what are you helping to contribute to my life?
Yes. In any aspect.
In any aspect. And that goes a long way, but then sometimes it's hard to, in that situation, like when you're in love with somebody and you want to be with that person, you see them in different eyes and what
Yep.
they really are. It's like, you're like, damn. It's more of a letdown. What happened? Cut the camera? Cut.
This one is recording.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's a big thing. It's different out here.
I was seeing somebody. Well, I still see this person. I still see. No, yeah. Well,
see the person. I thought you were single.
yeah. Well, this is somebody I've been seeing for 2 years.
So
No, we're not in a relationship. But seeing him, like,
what do you mean seeing?
Like
you
just having
just broke
sex.
up someone 5 months ago, right? You guys did 5 months,
we did
and
5
this one is
months.
2 years.
No,
confused
I think this is I think this is just like a fling guy.
Yes, I love him low key.
Okay.
But
This
he's
is a
not-
fling guy.
he's
This is
not-
a guy that she just has flings with.
Right.
Me
But
sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So were you having sex with the guy when you were in that 5 months thing with
No.
the other guy? No, you
No.
you put on. The
She
side a
went
little
back to him after this guy.
You think it's gonna go somewhere? It's gonna lead to something.
No. She
But
knows
I know
it's
what
not
it
gonna
is,
go.
though.
Oh, you know.
I know what it is, and I take it for what it is. And
bit. Okay, talk about it.
we like each other a lot. We like each other, like,
Sexually.
yes.
Yeah.
But we also like each other's personality. We have a lot of same hobbies, stuff like that. But he was also very honest with me, like, from the beginning, since the day we met. He was like, look, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. Like, I'm just still kind of living my life. And I appreciated that so much.
Which we do.
I
helps.
appreciated that so much because I'm like, okay, so now I know how to look at this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take it for what it is.
Yep.
So we started hooking up, seeing each other here now and again, at least once a month. And it's been like that ever since.
For 2 years.
For 2 years, yeah, it's been like that. And
So you guys do at least once a month.
besides those 5 months that I was with this guy, I was with him. But after I was like, hello, what's going on?
After the 5 months, after you broke up the guy, you called him.
Oh, he texted me, and we already knew what time it is, so we linked up.
So that happened like yesterday?
No,
Okay.
no, that would have been nice, but no.
Yeah.
But we keep our distance because we know, like,
What it is.
we're gonna catch feelings for each other, and I'm good at not catching my feeling. Like, I know how to just, like, you know, detach. Even though I want to be with him, but I know the games he plays. Well, not games that he plays, but I know that he's a handsome guy. He's probably with other women, and he's open about that, which is what I appreciated so much. That he was just like, hey, I'm not ready to settle down. I want to be with, I'm still, kind of living my life, and yeah. So I took it for what it was, and that's what we appreciate. But I know that there's no future there either. Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I don't.
So you're looking for a future? Are you trying to get married too?
Not right now. Now I'm just.
By the time you're 50, is that when you want to get married?
No.
At what age? You're 31. 30 though.
I know. I'm 31.
So
30.
When you think you have to get married though? At what age?
I don't want to put a time frame on it.
You have to.
I mean, 35 maybe.
35. Yeah.
I want to be married by 33.
Okay, 2 years, couple years.
I'm
scared to get married though. At the same time.
Why?
Because I'm scared.
You can't wait too.
No, I'm scared that.
Why are you scared though?
I'm scared that getting a divorce.
But
I'm scared of separating with that person because loyalty, like that means a lot to me.
You cannot look at it like that though. It's like you going in marriage 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Don't look at it like that. Go with the flow.
You're blocking.
Then I'm going with the flow, and then
you're blocking the universe to give you something by you even thinking like that.
I'm scared. I'm like, because nowadays, you know how it is nowadays. Dating.
I understand her.
Yeah,
because
but
of
I
how
know
she's
how
been
it is
burned multiple
nowadays.
times. So it's like, dude,
And then with this mentality that guys, usually can't be with, like they can't have the same pussy for 40 years because it's like,
I mean, you should not worry about that. You should worry about, are you the man girl? You should, is it coming back to you?
Well, see, that was one thing that this guy said to me. One day we were sitting in the car, we're talking. He was like, I won't ever put another woman above you.
The type of man
and
that
I was like, what?
The type of man that you want, I think those are the men going to be cheating. But you have to make sure you're the man chick. Because if you're looking for that guy with
not just that too, and are they treating you right?
Are they treating you right? Yeah, you're the man girl, they're treating you right. Because forget about them cheating.
At the cost of my emotions.
It's always going to happen.
At the cost of my emotions.
Why?
I refuse to believe that as reality.
I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Unless you see yourself a man, what they call, quote unquote, a simp, who sees you as the prize, who puts you on the pedestal. Those are the one probably won't cheat on you, but those are the men that you don't really like, you don't find masculine.
Yeah, that's true.
So you just have to deal with it.
What if it's more than that, though? It's like you find your soulmate, like someone who connects with you. It doesn't matter. Cheating for men and women is not the same thing, though. It doesn't mean for cheat on you, I don't love you. No, I just want something different. I probably want like Asian woman the next day, or white, or black, or fat girl. No fat, but I'm saying maybe thick woman. Or maybe the next day I want a skinny woman. I want a tall woman. I want a short woman. So it's not the same.
Men don't catch feelings like that, though.
Men don't. If they have the man girl at home,
as long as my man doesn't catch no feelings for other people, we should all be good.
Not just that.
Don't.
I'm confused.
No. What I'm saying.
Can I step out though? Can there ever be a point where I want a little something different?
No. If you find that man that you really love and respect, you respect that much, it's gonna be hard for you to step out.
Why can't he love and respect me the same way?
Because we're not wired the same. I'm a man, you're a woman. We're not the same. You have a period, I don't have a period.
Make sure he respects you.
I have a dick, you don't have a dick. So we're different.
And then make sure he respects you and he
treats you. Why can't you have any self-control?
Yeah.
Or any control of your emotions and your body?
That's how men are. That's how men, since the beginning of time, men always been having multiple women. Especially men in power, men who have options, men who have status.
Weak men?
They're not weak men. Those are the strong men. Because it's not easy for a man to sleep with multiple women. That means he's doing something right. Because weak men who have nothing going on for them, it's hard for them to even get a date.
Okay, so if this is something that I have to accept, then this is why I feel even better about the type of person that I am.
See, her story was different. Your story was different. You gave your man options, but he fucked up. So
that's what I'm saying.
Different. Your guy fucked up.
You are like the perfect woman for most men. Like you just didn't get the right man. Yeah. Most men will deal with you like anytime. Anytime.
Because they want that. They want that openness.
You giving them like the freak off. You giving them like.
Well, that's because I personally like it. You know what I mean?
Saying.
Like,
it's a part of it.
Both parties.
I'm jealous.
Like you said, right? Like you said, just make sure he treats you right.
That's all.
And you are the man, girl. That's all you need to know. That's what you need to worry about.
So you think LeBron James is not cheating? He's not doing things?
Of course.
Exactly.
But when you have money,
It's the same thing when you go for men
Yeah.
that are
Yeah,
like
but
in
men,
power.
men, money or not, looks. Women go for looks, whether it's a one night stand or not.
Yeah.
He
yeah, but
look
when you're
good.
LeBron James, I'm seeing past your baldness. I'm seeing your pockets.
But when you have a guy cannot be LeBron
man
James.
like
But if
that
a guy
has
is
to
taking
pay
care
up.
of you the way he's doing, like not a guy who doesn't drive, a guy who drives gets you in a car. Simple thing, like a regular person.
Yeah,
but has
yeah.
a good job. You go for it. Trust me.
No,
You go for it. You go for it.
That you don't have to like work 3
You
jobs.
just-
All you
Yeah.
have to do is work a part-time job that you. If
Well,
you,
that's
if
Or
you
the
work
goal.
want-
no
That is-
if you
job. All you have
want
to do is be home and do
that's
nothing.
That's the goal.
And then
yeah.
you can go
But
out
know
and do
something?
whatever.
I've had
Like
plenty of men tell me that. I want to pay all your bills. Be with me.
Those are bullshit. Those are the men that want you to be a side chick.
A side chick, right? Right.
And
But
some men are okay with
I
that.
also have had men. I've also had this one guy. He was older than me. He's not all that attractive, but he's very smart. He's got a really good job. He gets paid lots of money. He's in the science field, so he definitely gets paid good. He's went to college, and he said to me, "Be with me."
But you didn't like him. You didn't
didn't
like
like
him.
him.
Yeah. But those are the men probably gonna not cheat on you.
Right, not cheat on me, but
Maybe if they cheat, maybe it's gonna be once every 5 years. Mm-hmm. But you don't want those men.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But I want a man that I want to be attracted to a man, and
No, you
and him
cannot have
offer me all
everything.
those things.
You cannot have
I want to
everything.
be attracted for sure, but if he's gonna have
I
to
want a
step
faithful
out,
man.
he's gonna be
yo. I
stepping
want a
out
faithful
with
man.
me.
You have to be realistic in the dating
He gonna be
market.
stepping out with
Also,
me.
let's just be honest. You already have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So your value in the dating market is lower. Coming with 2 kids,
I disagree. Because
You
my
can't
my
disagree.
kid's father told me that. He said to me, he's like, "Who wants to be with you? You have
But-
2
no,
children." But let me tell you,
don't look at it from your baby daddy's perspective.
Don't look
but
at
he
fir-
said that to me, and I for a second I believed it. For a second I was like, "Who's gonna want to be with me? I have 2 kids. All
have you
this stuff
found
I come
anybody?
with."
Have you found anybody after your baby daddy?
I found a couple people that wanted to, but
Couple
I
people
wasn't-
they want you for a relationship or sexual relationship.
for a relationship, but I just didn't like them enough. And I'm
But
not the
that's
type
what I'm
of-
saying.
Right.
Men who know themselves, men of values, a man who has his shit together. They're not taking a woman with 2 kids to give them a ring. There's always exception to the rules. It might happen, but your chance is very, 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 very low. I'm
I
just
don't
being
believe
honest
that.
with you. That's fine. You might not believe it. You might not believe it.
Maybe
have
for
the right,
you.
you have the right not to believe it.
Maybe
But
maybe that's not something that you're looking for.
no, most men, they prefer to have the woman for themselves. They don't
Well,
want.
I want a man that also has. I want if I'm gonna date somebody and marry somebody, I want him to have kids
Yeah, it's
because
fine.
I want him to see, understand.
But you got 2 kids.
Right.
It makes it a little different.
But
You
they
got
have a
2
dad.
kids. That's fine.
They have a father.
They still like once you guys get together, your kids are gonna be kind of their kids as well because
right, and their kids, his kids will be my kids.
that's
as well.
facts. But with men and women, it's different though.
As long as he's a man with maybe 2 kids as well, and I can help him just as much as he can help me. I believe that.
Yeah, like I said, you
women
definitely
Because
like
gotta
men
men
wanna
who
be with
have
me,
kids.
trust me,
Men aren't always the same about
man,
women.
yeah, men, we don't really like women unless like I'm in my 50s, 60s, and your kids are grown too. They're out of the house.
Well,
they're
when I'm
adults.
40, my kids will be 20.
Yeah, maybe around that time you find somebody in their 50s, they'll be fine. They'll be fine with it. But right now, I'm not saying you're not going to find anybody. You are, but it's gonna be a little harder. It's not gonna be that
Well,
easy.
In a sense, it is harder because I
Yeah.
also have to look out who's around my children.
Exactly.
And I made a mistake with this other guy. He was great with my kids. My kids loved him.
Yes.
My kids loved him. He loved my kids. He was
This is
always
why
there.
my daughter will never see me dating.
Well, I learned my lesson.
But the guy you say was great,
Yeah.
but you don't know what was in the back of his mind. Maybe he just saw you as just like a girl I just want to have a thing with. I'm never gonna be serious with this girl. He probably sold you the dreams already, but he knew this girl with 2 kids, all that. We're just gonna have sex at some point. I just gonna bounce. I'm not committing with this girl. That's why he said to you that I'm going to marry you. That's a red flag. You cannot tell a girl that you just got meant too much. You guys
I
just
know,
meant
and that's
too
why I
much.
said to him,
Oh,
I'm like,
I want to
let's see.
marry you.
I'm like, let's see where this goes. I said to him, I
So,
don't know. Let's see where
that
this
was the
goes.
way for him to make you feel more comfortable, to get your to get your trust,
to manipulate
you.
me,
Exactly.
to manipulate
Yes.
me to get
Yeah.
me to
Get your
think.
attention.
So that's what I'm saying though. He had kid, the guy. Did
Yeah.
the guy? He had kid.
He had one.
Yeah. Still, guys, we selfish when it comes to that department.
Yeah.
I might have a kid, but I still don't want to go have kid. Like maybe one, but when you have 2, I'm start thinking like, damn.
But they're not.
man.
My kids are not extra baggage.
that's what they all say.
They're not.
That's what
My kids are well taken care of by myself. And
I never met a woman who said my kids are baggage. I never met a woman who said that. All of them, they say my kids are not the baggage. You don't need to take care of them. You don't have to worry about them. They all say the same thing. But as a man, I know that if I'm dating you, your kids gonna become my kids as well.
Oh, of course.
That's how we see it. Even though you say they're not the baggage, but I'm still seeing, I'm feeding these kids, but I didn't buzz inside for.
Right, but if somebody loves you, they take,
Yes.
you're a package deal.
No, they will. They will. But like I'm saying right now, it might be a little harder, especially the type of men you're looking for, especially that age range. Maybe if you find like a guy who's like, all right, I'll pay your bills. I want you to be my side chick. That's cool. Maybe once you reach your 40s, your kids are like maybe in college. They don't have to be around no more that much. Yeah, it might be easier for you. But right now, I'm not saying you're never gonna find anybody, but it's just gonna be a little harder right now, to be honest with you.
Because I have 2 kids.
You have 2 kids.
I mean, my thoughts on that are a little different than
No,
yours.
that's fine. You're supposed to have a different thought.
Yeah,
I don't expect you to have the same thought as me.
I have men at my feet, literally.
But you gotta understand.
All the time.
Are those men
and I always tell
you?
them, no, huh?
Are those men want to marry you, be with you?
I mean, I guess maybe that's something that you don't think of in the moment when you hit them up or you want to talk to them. I'm always the one that leaves people on scene. I'm very picky.
That's fine. Most women are
and
like that.
And I'm not. I don't just like to jump into anything, which is why this guy caught me off guard. He caught me in a weak point where I'm like, okay, this is all amazing. We're having such a great time. Like, and he was like, I want to meet your kids. I want to meet them. He was, I wanted to meet them. I want to meet them. I want to be around them.
Because we know as a man, I know women who have kids, the weakness are the kids. If I connect well with the kids, I already got her soul. So
and
that's
that was a part of it too.
I trying to do
too.
Exactly.
Yeah, not happening over here.
Yeah, so that's
I learned
the
my
point.
lesson because my relationship before that, he never met my children.
So you always have to understand. You have to remember this, right? Men, we always have like 2 type of relationship that we give to women: sexual one and the real one. We might still lie to you like we want you for real, but we just want you for sex. But we still act like we dating.
Yeah.
Remember that feature song say, I'm single, but she think we're in a relationship. So, some women, they tell, oh, that's my boyfriend. But the guy's like, nah, I'm single. I'm just fucking her. But I'm lying to her. We're in a relationship, but we are not.
Yeah.
So you say,
A lot of
men
men
are
do
on your
that.
feet.
How does that make somebody a good person then?
It doesn't.
How can you sit there and say, as a man or a female, and sit there and vouch for yourself and say, I am a good person
That
all the
person
way
is
around?
that person's not good.
That person's not good, but they don't care. Like you saying, I have men on my feet, but do you think all those men, they really, really want you for
Of course
something?
not. They want to have sex.
They
with
just
me.
want to have
Yeah,
sex
they
with
wanna
you
have-
because
Oh, of
you look
course.
attractive. So that's
Yeah.
what it
Even
is.
with 2 kids, yeah, you look pretty. You look like you don't have any kids.
I
Yeah,
know.
with 2 kids, you like that, they'll be like, shit, I'll smash that anytime.
And that's why I normally don't tell people that I have kids, because I feel like it makes
You can
me
tell people you have
vulnerable.
no kids and you pass.
But eventually,
Same as you. You can tell
Eventually
people you
the
have
truth
no
yeah,
kids.
comes out.
both
Yeah.
of you guys can tell you have no kids. I
It'll
didn't
pass.
even,
I didn't even know you guys
I
have
didn't
kids.
know. I didn't know that. I was shocked when you say you have kids. I was like, shit. But yeah,
I love my daughter.
let's take a break.